Gina, please.
Fine, you're stronger than I am. Come in and make yourself at home, but I'm not going to talk and I'm not going to listen.
Gina, the reason we called was to explain to you
You guys are some team. I mean, Bo Buchanan comes in here with charm and flattery, and then you come in as a backup with a billy club.
I don't understand.
Now I've got the two of you here. I don't know what to expect.
Gina, for someone who didn't want to talk, could you give us a little bit of time to listen to what we have to say?
I don't want to listen.
I just called Louise Saint, and she's willing to accept the part. So it's up to you. I mean, you've got till 3 o'clock to make up your mind.
Daddy! Dad!
Vicky, why don't you get rid of Clint so Harry, O'Neill, and I can stop hiding? Nicky. Jenny. Jenny, please, be off the phone. I need your help. I need somebody's help.
Louise Saint.
That's right. A bolt of inspiration on my part, thinking of her. And it just so turns out that she's available.
However, we would prefer to have you.
Oh, I'm sure you would. But at least she's the right age for the role.
Gina, I just don't understand this. You know, I thought we'd worked all this out.
Oh, we did until your co-producer insulted me.
Gina, we didn't come here to grovel. We came here to just let you know that there's an alternative, so it's entirely up to you. I mean, if you want to continue being difficult, you can hop on the next plane back home, back to Rome, back to your flourishing career over there.
Woody believes that this could mean a whole new career for you right here in the States. Now, wouldn't you prefer to just stay home and accept this challenge? Do you know the publicity you would get by playing a 50-year-old woman? And the thing to remember is that in the script is your beauty, it's your youthfulness that causes all the problems for your daughter, your competition for her.
Oh, that's enough. She's heard this all before. We don't need to beg a Gina party when we've got a Louise Saint at our disposal.
See? It's just like I said, the flattery with the whack on the head.
No, but we would rather have you than this Louise Saint.
Do you think I'm a better actress?
Yes. From all the movies that I've seen you in, yes, I do.
Thank you.
And I have a friend, a little kid. She's a kid from Italy, and she can't stop raving about you.
Who is this kid?
Well, her name's Giulietta Fellini, and she's just starstruck. You know, she would love to meet you. She's just afraid.
Well, how do you know this Giulietta Fellini?
Well, that's a long story. She's from Venice. She came over and sort of adopted me. She's my ward.
How old is she?
Oh, Gina, for crying out loud, what does that have to do with the decision?
She's 16 years old.
We can't disappoint a 16-year-old child, can we? I'll accept the role, and that is final. So you can tell your Miss Saint to blow it out her elbow. Gina Parda is going to take the role of a old woman.
That's great.
Let's go. But my babe, I would like to get this on the dotted line, so you got to sign here and here.
Okay.
I'll tell you, Woody is going to be relieved.
Dear Woody, I do have to discuss some changes in the script with him. They're just little minor things that'll make me fit better in the role, though.
Well, Woody, he'll be delighted to hear back.
Tina Clayton's room, please. She not? Listen, you take a message for me. Will you tell her that Mitch Lawrence called? That's right, Lawrence. From Miami. That's right. Say that everything is going as planned, and I'll be back in Lambview soon. All right? Oh, listen, now, give her my love, will you? Okay, thanks.
Joy's imagination, huh?
No, it's a collective imagination. You see, all those kids have seen too many horror movies, so there they are. Some rundown house in the middle of the woods. Well, of course they're all seeing goblins and goonies and ghoulies.
I bet Joy's going to be home in 2 days.
Well, I told her that she ought to just relax about all the noises and the shadows. I never realized how easily spooked she was.
You know, she's trying very hard to be a grown-up through all this and stuff, but she's really just a little girl.
She was certainly Daddy's little girl this morning. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, you know, I was in the sales meeting. Jensen took all the messages. I'll go through it if you want.
Hold it! Before I forget. I stopped by the house and waited. I want you to have this. That's your Uncle Pete, age 5. And this guy over here is your old man.
Well, I've never even seen this before.
That's because I forgot all about it, you know. My mom brought this case over there when she came from Ireland.
Well, why, are you suddenly giving it to me?
Because I saw a look on your face when I gave the lot to Joy, and I knew that you would like a little family treasure.
Afraid I might be jealous, huh? Well, do you think Pete's ever going to get in touch with you?
Probably, if he ever gets out of jail. Not that I know for a fact that he's in jail. The last time I saw him, he was headed that way. It's too bad. Great guy.
Do you ever feel guilty that you talked your parents into having him thrown out of the house?
No, Dean. My parents were too old to handle his shenanigans, and I figured that If I got him out of the house, living on his own, he might be responsible. I never figured that he'd disappear altogether. Okay? That's it for the family hour. What do we got here? We're going to be here all night. Victoria Buchanan, urgent message. Call immediately.
When did she call?
I don't know, a couple hours ago. Better find out what this is all about.
Joy?
I'm so glad. I'm so scared I got lost.
It's okay. It's okay. We got worried about you. We came up to look for you. We haven't seen you for a while. You all right?
I almost I got stung by a bee and then I got all disoriented and I didn't even know where I was.
The house is right over there by the tree.
Oh.
Right over there. No. You okay? Okay, come on. Let's go home and fix this thing up, all right? Okay? You okay?
You must think I'm really delirious. Getting lost so close to the house.
Joy, there's lots of trees out here. It's easy to get lost.
I know, but getting so upset about it, so dumb.
All right. Dumb. I do the same thing. Anybody could do the same thing. It's scary out here. It's creepy, right?
I'm all practically in the backyard. How bad?
Well, I could say you got lost in the Poconos.
But I saw a man in the window.
I don't see anybody.
I'm positive I saw him. I saw his face. I've never seen his face.
All right. So it's a visitor.
Oh.
I don't know who. A visitor, an everyday, normal, run-of-the-mill visitor. What do you get so worked up about?
A man's reflection I saw.
Okay, all right. Let's take it easy. Let's go check it out then. All right, let's go see who the man is. Stuff like that.
I saw my reflection in the window. Got to be more careful. Maybe that'll scare them away. Busy.
The last I heard, Vicky had a virus or something like that, didn't she?
Yeah. When I dropped all the financial report, Jenny Rinaldi said it was very contagious.
The financial report is contagious? Well, what's urgent about a financial report?
Nothing. Profits are very high. Still busy.
Lord Manning is completely different than it ever was before. What I got at the sales meeting is that we're so busy right now, we can't even fill any of the wholesalers' delivery dates or anything right now. Which is good news. Are you listening?
No. I think I better get over to the Buchanan's and find out what's going on. It's not every day you get an urgent message from Victoria. Might be some kind of trouble.
What? What kind of trouble?
I don't know. I'll have to find out. You think you can run the store while I'm gone?
They won't even miss you.
Boy, if they find out that you are the power behind the plant...
I'll get a raise.
Yeah, and about time. I'll see you.
Okay. Oh, thanks for this. It means a lot.
Would you forget it? I'll work on the raise.
Come on, Nicky. Got all day. Things to do here. Time's a wasting. Come on, stay awake, Nicole. We got work to do.
What are you doing to me? Why are you keeping me here?
Like I said, we got work to do. Well, what do you know? Right on time. Say, come in, Nicole. Say it. gotta be.
Mr. Director?
Oh, Miss King, how are you this afternoon?
I'm good. I just came from a wardrobe fitting.
Do you approve of your costumes?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure about some of the colors, but then again, I haven't seen the set, but Lee assures me that everything is color coordinated.
The set designer and the costume designer are working together. This movie is going to have a flair in every scene.
Good. What about Gina Parda? Is she staying or going?
I don't know. I haven't talked to Clay or Bo yet about that.
You know, if she is this temperamental now, can you imagine what she's going to be like once we start?
Well, once this thing is settled, I'm sure she'll settle down.
I can't figure out why Clay is so hot on her for this film. It doesn't make any sense.
Did you argue about it?
We had some words.
Well, you didn't mention that this morning.
Well, I'm not in the habit of discussing my conversations with Clay.
Well, I think you have too many of those. It comes from living together. I think you ought to get your own suite, just to cut down on the conversations. Give me a chance to have more chats with you.
Woody, Clay and I have been together for over a year and a half. Doesn't that tell you something?
Uh-huh. But it's gone on long enough, and it's time for a change.
I'm very happy.
I don't think so. Settled and secure, maybe, but not happy.
There you all are. We've been leaving messages, knocking on your door and everything. Here you are,
I got
in the lobby.
Tired of working in my room.
What is the status on our prima donna?
We've got her. She signed.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Well, I second that. I changed the tone a little.
Gentlemen, I know I am just a humble actress in the company of three great minds, but I bet we're going to have real trouble with that woman.
Maybe.
Bo, it doesn't make any sense. We could have gotten another actress.
We didn't want another actress. We wanted and we got Gina Parda. Now, are we going to have as much trouble with you over this as we did with her?
Quite possibly, if you continue with that patronizing tone.
Oh, folks, can't we just lighten
Bo,
up about
please.
this?
I was expressing an opinion.
Yes, well, your opinion has been expressed and registered, Mimi, and it's also been unanimously overruled. So now can we talk about something that relates to you?
My co-star doesn't relate to
Having
me.
any trouble with your wardrobe?
Darling, you're changing the subject.
That's impossible. It's already been changed.
Buddy, you better brace up, too. Gina feels that the script may need a few alterations since a woman her age is going to be playing the role.
Oh, come on.
So we're not going to have any problem with this woman, huh?
Oh, Mrs. Buchanan isn't in here. I'll have to go find her for you.
How's she feeling? How's the virus?
Virus? Mrs. Buchanan hasn't been ill. Make yourself comfortable, Mr. O'Neill.
Nicky Smith. What does Clint have to do with Nicky Smith and me? What does Vicky have to do with it?
Listen, you aren't expecting Asa or any of the Buchanan clan here, are you?
Not that I know of.
Good. Good, then I can enjoy the music and a little iced tea, little.
I hope so. Hey, Jan.
Yeah.
Would you mind going back in the kitchen and getting an iced tea for this lady? Thanks a lot.
Although, I don't know what it is I'm doing about because I have been officially acknowledged as the half-sister of the Buchanan.
Sure, run that by me again.
Clover, I told you I am not the liar and the forger that everybody says I am. And Vicky has just finally admitted that her father is my father.
You don't say.
Well, I guess your partner is going to have to eat his words, and Clint won't dare push me around.
Well, what made Vicky change her mind?
Well, it's a long story. See, it has to do with her getting rid of all these illusions she had about her father. She had to relinquish this fantasy that he was some sort of a saint.
And I know what this means. You get a little bit of moolah out of this, right?
Eventually, which will come in very handy because I also happen to be
Well, Tina. Well, aren't you just busting with news today, girl? Who is it? Is it that handsome-looking critter you were with at my party?
It's Mitch Lawrence.
Oh, yeah, Mitch. Don't be darling. Here, I figured him for a dude who... Never mind. Look, I didn't mean no offense. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And you were saying that you didn't figure him to be the kind of dude that would settle down?
Well, he seems that tough. Please don't be offended.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not. No offense taken. In fact, he always was that type until he met me, and my love came to him.
Well, great. Are y'all going to have a big, fancy wedding?
No, just a small, quiet one.
Is it going to be soon?
Well, see, he's wrapping up this really big business deal in Miami, so when he gets back in town, I will finally become Tina Lord.
You sure that you aren't putting me on about Vicky's accepting you, are you?
Clover, I told you, I don't lie. You shouldn't believe everything Asa tells you.
Yeah, well, it's just that his whole family seems so convinced and everything.
Well, his whole family is wrong. Listen, you want to do me a favor when Asa calls you? Be sure to tell him about all this.
Tina, if it's all the same with you, I would rather stay out of the middle of that.
Oh, fine, I understand. After all, there will probably be a pretty big explosion.
Yeah, probably. You know what? I don't know where your iced tea is. I'm going to go check on it, all right?
Okay, thanks. Be right back.
Okay, you're all set.
Great, thanks.
Oh, that didn't take long. I figured you were going to have to rewire the whole place here.
Nah. Listen now, y'all have a good summer here.
Thank you.
And don't forget to pay your bill.
Oh, we won't. Don't worry. Well, it's a good thing we've got a phone now. Our parents can reach us. Yeah, they can.
Yeah, well, there are pros and cons to everything.
Joy, you can come out of hiding. We've got a phone now.
Leave her alone. She's upset.
Well, I think she's just being a little melodramatic, don't you?
Yeah, well, you were hardly cool and collected the entire time yourself. You know?
Are you guys going to start arguing and ruin our image of your perfect relationship?
Shut up, Dan.
Someone yell for me? Yes, we've got a phone now. Help is just a 3-digit number away. Ta-da! Hey, does your bee sting still hurt?
No, it stopped. I'm gonna call Dee and give her the number here.
Well.
Hi, Dee Dee, it's Joy.
Hi, sweetie.
Hi, just wanted to call up, tell you we got the phone hooked up, and give you the number.
Okay. I got a pencil. Wait 1 sec. Okay, shoot.
All right, it's 555-9883.
Got it. So you're doing a little better today?
Oh, yeah, terrific. I got lost in the woods, stung by a bee.
Oh, Joy.
It's not funny.
Well, so you're not a country girl. What can you do?
Oh, well, don't rent out my room. I might need it. I don't know how long I'll last here. Well, give my love to Pop, and I'll see you soon.
Okay, sweetie. Bye-bye.
You're not serious about going home, are you?
I don't know. But your father told you what those noises were. But he didn't tell me who that man was.
What man?
Hey, I thought you said you weren't going to bring that up.
Well, I know you think that it was a fisherman or a hunter or some lost person in the woods, but his face, I just can't get it out of my mind. What are you talking about? Well, when Rob was bringing me back to the house from the woods, I saw this man's face reflected in the window pane. It just gave me a very creepy feeling.
Look.
And he ducked out of the way before Rob could see him.
Fine. I think that it was probably just some guy who all of a sudden realized he was trespassing in the property and left. It wasn't a big deal.
I did not get I got a very bad feeling from him. What did he look like? I don't know, he sort of a handsome man, but he was eerie looking, he had a little mustache and his hair was slicked back, kind of silvery. I don't know, it's creepy.
What's the matter? You seen the guy too?
No, I'm just wondering who it could be.
Well, it's like Rob said. It's just some guy passing through the woods or something.
Well, I don't know. I feel better now that we have the telephone anyway. So what do you say? Ice cream, raspberries, huh?
Yeah, sounds good.
Let's do it. Come on.
Whoa, wait a minute, Dan. It's not finished yet. We got more to do.
We'll finish later, all right?
What's the matter?
It's too wild to tell you.
Come on, tell me. Nothing's too wild.
That man that Joyce says she saw the reflection of,
Yeah?
it sounds a lot like Ivan Kipling.
Cassie, the man's dead. He's been dead. There's no such thing as ghosts.
I told you it would be wild.
Vicky wants Nicky to get rid of Clint so Harry and I can stop fighting. It's bananas. Vicky.
Mr. O'Neill, I'm sorry, but I can't locate Mrs. Buchanan. She must have left without telling any of us.
I get an urgent message to come over here. A message to come over here immediately.
I have no idea why she called you, sir.
The phone's off the hook. There's something wrong here. Are you sure that she called me from home, from here?
I assume, sir. I know she was in here after Dr. Polk left.
Dr. Polk. You said she wasn't ill. Who is Dr. Polk? I don't want to pry, but I'm confused and I'm trying to make sense out of something.
Dr. Polk is a psychiatrist, Mr. O'Neill. Do you wish to wait and see if Mrs. Buchanan comes back?
Psychiatrist. A few years ago, she was seeing a psychiatrist about a split personality. Don't you get rid of Clint so Harry and I can... Where have you been? I've been back here quite a bit.
Don't talk. The music is beautiful.
It is, isn't it? It always reminds me of you. We have to talk now.
Oh, my. It always spoils it.
A lot of things I need to know.
Why? Isn't it enough that we're just here alone? And this ballroom could be the Waldorf.
Nikki,
Don't worry.
all questions I have to ask.
Questions don't matter.
I want to know all about where you've been all these years.
I'm here now. So are you. And that's all that matters.
No. I'm not even sure who you are. All I know is that we met once and I was attracted to you.
Are you still?
And don't spoil it.
Moments like this are so rare.
You're an impossible woman to figure out.
No, Harry, no. I'm just who I am. And I want you to accept me like that. I live on impulse. I've always been that way. And all that's important is right here and now.
You're telling me you never look back?
No, never.
What about us?
No, I never think about it.
What about me?
No, Harry. I never thought about you. Especially not you.
No, it can't be. Settling down and doing something stable. A lot.
But this time I've actually done it, haven't I?
Yes. Yes, you have.
And if it's more deeds that you want, why don't you come back tonight and I'll fix you the fanciest home cooked meal you ever had?
You don't have to fix me anything fancy.
Will you come, Harry?
I'd love to.
Oh, good. You won't be sorry. It'll be like starting over again. And I promise you I'll be reliable, and I'll be caring, and I'll be loving. Harriet, I really do love you. Very much. How is everyone?
Everyone? Oh, you mean like Flora? Like that nice landlady over at 432 Jameson Street? The one you owe a lot of rent to?
No, I don't believe I do.
Well, according to her, you do. You didn't leave her enough money for the amount of time you've been gone, Nicole. And you know what? She's real upset. And know what else? She's real upset at me because I'm the one that brought you in there in the first place to rent a room.
There's a misunderstanding. I'm quite sure I gave her a month's rent.
Well, you better get in there and straighten things out with Flora, or you aren't going to even have a room to go back to.
I'll do that. Is Harry O'Neill here for lunch today?
Nope. To tell you the truth, I think he's afraid to come in here because he might have to see you. He's pretty hot at you, you know. I mean, you invite him to dinner and then just cutting out without even canceling.
That's right. I had to leave suddenly, didn't I?
I don't know what the story was.
I think I'll call him and apologize. I'll have a club soda with lime, please.
Vicky! Vicky, no, you can't make the call.
There you are, contemplating your shadow, huh?
I tell you, Doctor, that cat is getting so fat from eating at the kid's house.
The kid's house?
I meant to say your house.
Yes, and don't you forget it. Yes, you did a very, very good job, Othello, with that transmitter on your collar. Sorry they had to take it away, because now I can only hear them when they're in the living room. Nevertheless, I want you to spend some more time with our intruders, especially that redhead. Perhaps your reappearance will scare her, huh? Yes, there you go now. Off to work.
You sure have a way with animals, Doctor.
Yes, I do, don't I?
Do you think that redhead girl told the others about seeing you?
Probably. Doesn't really matter, actually. Just one more thing to frighten her.
You know, I watched her in the woods when she got stung by that bee. I really wanted to help her, Doctor.
Now, Brody, you know we have a purpose here.
Oh, I can't believe how much I pigged out on raspberries and ice cream.
Ah, They're back in the living room again.
Dan and Annie don't feel like going swimming. How about you guys?
I think I ate too much. There's no way. Shadow! Hi! What's that? Please get that cat away from me.
Oh, the cat's friendly. Calm down.
The cat is not friendly. It jumped on my back when I found the slime all over the car.
Joy, the cat lives around here. He probably jumps on everybody.
That cat attacked me. Crying out loud, Joy. I mean, look, he's helpless. Look, he's purring. See? Yes. Well, I just don't want him around me. I don't want him in the house. Couldn't you just put him back outside?
Look, I know you've had a rough day, but look, we enjoy this cat. You will enjoy this cat, I'm sure, when the time comes.
Look, I'll never enjoy this cat. I just please get it out of here. Look, Joy, you've been outvoted, that's all. I don't even know why I'm staying here, all right? That cat, there's something evil about it. The house is haunted. I should go back and look at my father.
Do you need to make a call first?
No, I just don't want you to call Harry O'Neill.
Beg your pardon?
Vicky?
My name is Nicole. You've got it wrong.
No, I don't have anything wrong. Your name is Vicky Buchanan, and please just let me take you home.
I live right around the corner, and I'm perfectly capable of getting there all by myself if I choose to go, which I don't. Excuse me.
Look, you are Vicky Buchanan. You are married to Cliff. Now, you can't call Harry.
Are you another one of those people who are trying to tell me that I am Vicky Buchanan?
You are Vicky Buchanan. Look, you should be with your doctor. Dr. Polk, you should be home. Please, Vicky.
Get away from me, right now.
No, I can't do that. I'm your sister. Please, I want
My
to help you.
sister? I have never seen you before in my life, and I don't have a sister.
Yes, you do. Me. I am your sister, and you have 2 children. Kevin, you have Joey, and they love you very much, Vicky. Please. Vicky, I thought you were well. I thought you were cured. I thought the minute you admitted I was your sister, this wasn't going to happen anymore. Vicky, what are you doing? Vicky, no.
Brody, what about the arrangements for tonight's excitement, huh?
Everything's ready to go, Dr. Kipling.
Good. Oh, one thing. I think we should wait for the Italian girl to arrive. We don't want her driving up and discovering us.
Right. Can I ask you something?
Yes, of course.
It's possible that one of these kids just might get hurt tonight, isn't it?
As long as it isn't Cassie.
What was that all about? Nothing.
Well, is she at least going to come back and finish her drink?
I really doubt it.
You know, I can't believe that woman. I mean, she must think that she can just live life by her own little set of rules, you know? Never mind that she might owe people money. Never mind that she might be hurting somebody's feelings.
Mama, would you just shut up? I'm trying to think here.
Well, excuse me, Tina. If you want quiet, why don't you just go to a library?
You know what? I really think I have been lied to and manipulated.
Somebody's going to take this.
Not a legal leg to stand on.
Well, what about those letters? They don't
Those
matter?
letters don't mean anything. One of them's a scrap of paper with some scribblings of a dying old man. Even if you can prove that what's-his-name Victor wrote them, the other one to his lawyer doesn't mean anything. You're going to be tied up in court for months. I think he's going to fight you every inch of the way to keep her estate.
Then why are you so anxious to marry me?
You silly thing, I love you. Because I want to be there if you fall. Listen, why don't you forget about the lawyers and forget about the courts. Forget about all that stuff and just think about marrying me. Going on a honeymoon. Making love on the beach. After that, if you still want to tilt at windmills, I'm going to be right by your side. Now, come on. You've had a better proposal than that. Have you? Tell me.
I can't think of it.
Clover. Look, quickly. I need to make a phone. Sure.
the Four Tops and the Temptations are part of the scene when the fall guy pursues a bail-jumping singer framed for murder. Then it's a severe blow to Blake's marriage when he receives pictures of Crystal in Daniel's arms on Dynasty. After an illegal alien's marriage of convenience turns into a passionate and rocky romance on Hotel. Saturday at 8/7 Central, it's the concert event of the century, when rock superstars join together for a 3-hour all-star concert for hunger relief. Can Lorena win Jimmy Lee from Celia? Stay tuned for General Hospital, following an ABC News brief next.
No, she didn't say anything to anybody when she left.
What time was that?
I don't know. It had to be sometime after Dr. Polk left.
Why the hell did Dr. Polk leave before you came
I
over?
don't know. My phone was off the hook. I didn't realize it until right before I called you.
Oh, terrific. That means if she tried to call, she got a busy signal, and I was out of my office.
Clint, there is no way. I mean, if Vicky and Dr. Polk had a difficult session, there is no way that he would have left here without me being here, and that's why I think something had to happen after he left.
Something like a note from Nikki?
Come on, stay awake, Nicole. We got work to do.
What are you doing to me? Why are you keeping me here?
Like I said, we got work to do. Well, what do you know? Right on time. Say, come in, Nicole. Say it. Louder.
Come in. What have you done?
Nothing, Nicole. Did it all right.
Which Lawrence, Nicole?
Lancy Banner.
Clint Buchanan's office, please.
I'm sorry Mr. Buchanan isn't in. Neither is his secretary.
What? Do you know when he can be reached? This is an emergency.
Well, I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't have that information. But if you give me your name and phone number, I'd be happy to have him return the call.
Oh, never mind. I'll try later. Do you need to make a call first? No. No, I just don't want you to call her anymore. See, my name is Nicole. You've got it wrong. No, I don't have anything wrong. You know, it's Buchanan and he just haven't used your phone. I live right around the corner, and I'm perfectly capable of getting there all by myself if I choose to go, which I don't. Excuse me. I'm married to Clint. Now, you can't call Harry. There's Clover.
She just left on Samara.
You know where she lives at that boarding house on Normandy Street? You know the address?
432, I think.
Right.
No, I know she wasn't going home, though.
Vicky, why don't you get rid of Clint so Harry O'Neill And I can stop hiding. Mickey.
What?
My wife, Harry O'Neill?
No, Clint, this can't be possible.
Oh, yeah. It's very possible. It's very possible. Vicky herself was worried about whether there was a man in Mickey's life. I guess we could just assume that this drove her right into the Mickey character, huh?
Where did this come? When did she write this?
Maybe sometime during the night. It's the only time it could have happened.
Where was my phone off the hook? Tina came over to my apartment this morning. She told me that she wanted me to help her to get her so-called fair share of the Lewis fortune. But she found another document. She says she found another document from Victor, and it says in the document that Tina gets everything if Vicky's mental illness comes back. Is that possible?
Given what we know about Victor Lord, anything's possible. This would destroy Vicky if she found out.
Yeah, but see, my point is, Tina probably brought this note over. She probably wrote it herself. She probably took my phone off the hook so that Vicky couldn't get me.
Well, it would be in her best interests if Vicky were to remain mentally ill, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we'll deal with her later. The first thing we've got to do is try and locate Vicky.
I think we should call the back street.
Good idea. Yes, back street bar, please. Landview on River Street. 06. Got it.
Back Street Bar.
Yes, this is Clint Buchanan calling. Is there a red-headed lady there named Nicole Smith?
Oh, hold on 1 second. Nicole Smith.
Thank you. Now what?
Mitch, what are you doing here?
Well, I'm just about to leave town. I wanted to stop over and say goodbye before I did.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Get in, please.
Thank you.
So, where are you going?
Well, I'm off to Miami. I got to do a little art business down there.
Oh, yeah? And you're never coming back?
I'm afraid not.
Oh.
You know, I'm really sorry that we didn't get to know each other better, but at least we can have a farewell drink, huh?
Oh, sure. I think I have some orange juice in the refrigerator. I don't have any liquor, though.
No problem.
You know, we could go... no, forget it. I don't want to go to the back street anymore today.
Why, something wrong over there?
No, no problem. Mitch, why are you wearing gloves?
Oh, I got into some poison ivy and I put these on so I'd stop myself from scratching and spreading.
Good idea.
Yeah. So, why don't you get the orange juice? I happen to have a flask right here with me. Always travel prepared, you know? So, Nicole, tell me, you ever been down to Miami?
No, I haven't.
No?
I hear it's marvelous, though. Is it very hot this time of year?
Well, it's air conditioned down there. Everything is. And, you know, when you're by the beach, there's that lovely breeze that comes in. Thank you. For me?
No, not for me. Thank you very much.
We're having a farewell drink here.
Yeah, Mitch, I don't really hold my liquor very well, and I haven't eaten today, so... Is it that important?
Well, saying goodbye over a glass of orange juice isn't really the real thing, is it? Look, I'll make it very light for you. What do you say?
Okay.
Just a little drop.
Okay.
So, how about a toast to the future?
Future?
Bottom up, Nicole. Otherwise the wish won't come true.
And Mitch, you can get a lady drunk and then try and take advantage of her, would you?
Well, you know what I thought. No. I don't have time to take advantage of you.
Okay. So you have enjoyed your time here, Landview, then, huh?
Oh, I love Landview.
It's good. You know, Mitch, I think this drink was a lot stronger than you said.
Oh, it's just your imagination.
Oh, I'm sorry.
that?
Did you feel this?
Why do you have a gun? Listen, I can tell.
Hey, let me help you here. Over here, I have this gun because it's a very bad world out there. I don't take any chances.
Mitch, I don't like guns. They frighten me.
Well, nothing to be afraid of if you know how to handle one. Here, handle it. Take it. It's not loaded.
No, thanks.
Look, you might need one someday. I can teach you how to use it if you want.
No, I don't want to touch it. No.
Sure you do. Come on, hold it. Just get a feel for it.
Mitch, I said no thanks, okay? No, thank you. Please. We had our farewell drink. I guess it must be time for you to go, huh?
Not quite yet. First, I want you to make a little phone call for me.
Yeah. If I'm very dizzy, I don't think I could really push the button.
Oh, I'll do that for you.
Well, why? Who am I going to call? Why?
You're going to call Clint Buchanan. You're going to tell him that you are in at 432 Jameson Street, room 3, that you want him to come over because you need help. Then you're going to hang up. I have written you a little speech, you might say, in case you have trouble remembering it.
This is silly. I don't know the man. I'm not going to call him.
You know, Nicole, I haven't been entirely honest with you. See, this gun is loaded, and we will call Clint Buchanan. You know, I hate to say this, but maybe we should call Harry O'Neill and see if Mickey's there or if he plans to see her.
And what are we going to say if he says yes?
Excuse me, Mr. Buchanan.
Yeah.
The cook was wondering about dinner. Since Mrs. Buchanan isn't here, she's wondering if you have any plans.
Oh, about that. Lynn, did Mrs. Buchanan have any visitors after Dr. Pope left?
No, sir, although Mr. O'Neill did come sometime after she left.
Why was he here?
Well, he said Mrs. Buchanan left him an urgent message to come right over, so he's very confused that she wasn't at home. He was also under the impression that she had a virus.
Oh. Well, did he wait for it?
Yes, sir, for about 15 minutes, then I guess he just left since I didn't see him.
Okay, thanks, Lynn. About dinner, just forget it. We'll eat out.
Thanks.
Okay, so Vicky must have called Harry after she saw this note.
Yes, and that she must have turned into Nicky and taken off.
Did Harry saw the note when he was here?
If he did, he's got to be one confused fellow. I think we better try to find him. Hello, Buchanan speaking.
Hello?
What the hell are you doing?
It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I'm not going to call.
Hey, did you hear me? I said this gun was loaded.
You're not going to shoot me over a phone call. You're hurting me.
Yes, I'm hurting you, and I will hurt you some more. Am I getting through to you now? You are in danger here. Now, I will use this gun. I'll blow your brains out if you don't call Clint up. And right now.
You will call him. You will read the note. You'll say what I told you to say, and you'll hang up. And everything will be all right.
Hello?
Clint Buchanan.
This is Clint
Buchanan.
This is Nicole Smith. I'm at 432 Jameson Street, apartment 3, and I need your help. Please come over right away.
432 Jameson? Hello? Hello? Damn it. Well, some woman said she was Nicole Smith. She needs my help right away. I have to come right over.
call on Vicky?
Oh, maybe she's bouncing back and forth between personalities. Who the hell knows anymore? But I'm going to go with her.
Oh, I'm going to go with you.
No, you wait here to call Dr. Polk. He can deal with her when I bring her back here.
You okay?
No. Feel dizzy.
Yeah, well, it'll wear off.
Why did I have to call whatever his name, Clint Buchanan? What are you doing here?
Well, you see, we're going to wait until Clint gets over here.
Why?
Patience, Nicole. You'll find out for yourself when he shows up.
No. I think something's wrong.
Very perceptive of you, Nicole.
Nikki, it's Tina. Let me in, please. Open up. Nicole, are you in there?
Yeah. Yes. I'm
Nicole, are you there?
What the hell are you doing?
What am I doing?
You could have never heard it up.
What are you doing here?
What's going on?
I want you to get out of here. I want you to forget what you've seen. I want you to forget you saw me. You understand that?
I thought you were supposed to be in Miami, but I thought she was supposed to be well. She wasn't going to freak out anymore. What's going
I was
on?
about to get us the candy store until you stumbled into this thing.
What are you talking about?
Clint Buchanan is on his way over here. When he gets here, Vicky or Nikki or one of them is going to shoot him. He's going to die. She's going to go to prison or some bug house for the rest of her life, and you and I are going to live happily ever after. All right? Whatever. It's already too late. You have to stay here, because otherwise you're going to run into Clint.
Mitch, no, don't forget this. I am not going to let you do this.
Sweetheart, I'm doing this for us. So we can live happily ever after.
Look, I don't want the money, all right? And I am not going to let you kill Clint. How could you even think I would do that?
Did you hear what I said? I'm doing it for us. Because we love each other.
Yeah.
We don't have time to talk about this. I want you to go in the bathroom. I want you to wait there until it's all over.
No, Mitch, I am not like you. I can't let you do this.
Hey, you'll thank me when it's over with.
No, I won't. Vicky is my sister. Clint is part of the family. And even if they weren't, Mitch, I wouldn't let you do this.
Listen to me. I love you. You love me. We're doing this for the both of us.
You don't love me. But you just used me. You lied to me about Miami. You lied to me about Vicky being well. You lied to me about the money.
Yeah, because you don't have the guts to go to the Golden Eye, too. I'm not going to let you mess this up. Now get in the bathroom and stay there until I tell you to come out.
We gotta go. Come on, get up. No, you can't. Please, try and walk.
Another word from you. Not to her, not to me. In silence until Clint comes here, and then you are going to watch in silence as he dies. Any minute, Clint is going to be here. What do you think you're doing?
I want to put my arms around you. At first I was shocked, but now I understand. I really do. You did this for us.
Really?
Yeah, at first I was horrified. But she isn't going to give me any money. Not even that she knows I'm her sister.
That's right, babe. I'm your only friend. Come in, Mitch. You miss me?
You really thought I'd touch you? That I would even want to be with you, to love you after what you did?
I want you to give me that gun.
No, you just get out of here. Get out of here now, and you stay away from me, and I will not tell anyone what you did. I'm just going to take Vicky home. Now, don't come near me.
Yeah, let's talk sense.
Mitch, don't.
so glad you're here, Dr. Polk.
Got your message. Left the hospital as soon as I could. You said you believe that Mickey has come out?
Yes. I went upstairs and I looked in the trunk. I confirmed that the wig's gone.
Where is she?
I don't, well, she called and talked to Clint. She said she was Nicole Smith, and she gave him an address and told him that she needed to see him. She needed help.
That's very strange.
Do you think this is some other phase in her illness, that she is Nicky now and she can't hold it back any longer?
That doesn't ring true at all. What brought this episode on? When I left her, she seemed quite calm. Jenny, why weren't you here?
My phone was off the hook. I assumed that she called me when she got this.
Another note from Nicky?
Yes. But I think that maybe Tina wrote it.
Vicky, why don't you get rid of Clint so Harry O'Neill and I can stop hiding? Nicky. Harry O'Neill, the man who runs the Lord Manning family?
Yes, they're friends with Vicky and Clint, too.
Well, this does make it sound like Nicky and Harry are having an affair. Where'd she call from?
She's somewhere on Jameson Street. Clint should be there by now.
Stay coming, Nicole. Give me the gun. Let's go.
You shot him! Harry!
Mitch! Mitch, come back here! Help! 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 Somebody help!
Harry! He can't be dead! No, Harry! No, Harry! Harry! I love you! You can't do this! I love you, Harry! Please, you have to save him! Can you help him?
Call an ambulance.
This isn't the way.
I said call an ambulance.
Look, I didn't have anything to do with this thing.
Damn it! Call an ambulance! Now!
You need an ambulance, right?
Forget it! Too late, he's dead. It won't do much good to keep rereading that, Jenny.
I just want to put all the pieces together. Okay, first of all, Vicky gets this note supposedly written by Nicky telling her that she has to get rid of Clint so she and Harry O'Neill can stop hiding. Vicky calls Harry. She panics, she becomes Nicky, and she disappears.
You said Harry was here for a short while. Then he left without saying anything. Well, I don't know. Do you think he saw that note?
Yeah, I do. I mean, Vicky always felt that as Nicky she was involved with someone. Well, that someone is probably Harry.
There's a lot of unanswered questions, Jenny. We won't know anything until Clint brings Vicky home.
See, that's another thing that is so strange. I don't understand it. Why would she call and say she was Nicky and say she needed Clint's help? You know, it's like all the personalities are just totally confused. And could she become Nicky permanently?
Jenny, don't jump to conclusions.
It's a possibility, isn't it?
Just remember, Vicky is getting steadily stronger.
But what if something happened that was so traumatic today? What have I done?
Jenny, it's not your fault.
She relied on me completely. She did, and I wasn't here for her.
You had no way of knowing your phone was off the hook.
That doesn't make any difference. Why didn't I just come up here early like I always do instead of waiting for you to call me?
And look, I left Vicky in this room with a promise to call you immediately. If I called myself, I would have put the busy signal. I would have come down and gotten you and brought you back personally. And then we had to share the responsibility. Blame and guilt, forget it. Won't help anything.
See, I should have known that Tina was up to something the second that she came to my apartment.
Who was this?
This was probably about the same time you were finishing your session with Vicky.
What, you think Tina took your phone off the hook?
I think Tina took my phone off the hook. I think she wrote the note. I think she delivered it to Vicky right after she left me.
There's no proof, though.
I don't need any proof because everything fits so perfectly. You and I both know what Tina is capable of, don't we? I mean, we kept trying to keep the two of them apart. But this time we failed.
Now, look, Tina was involved. But it doesn't change the basic situation. All that matters now is that you remain as supportive and as strong as you've ever been. But you walk through that door.
Yeah, let's hope it's Vicky and not Nicole Smith.
It can't be dead. Can't be dead. It can't be dead.
It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Vicky, it's all right. I'm here now.
Vicky.
Okay, I understand. You don't know what's going on, but you just trust me. I'm here to help you. Just sit here quietly, okay? You're going to be fine. You're going to be just fine. Yes, I'd like to report a homicide, 432 Jameson Street, apartment 3. A man has been shot. I believe we have the murderer here.
No!
This is Clint Buchanan, and don't worry, we'll all be waiting right here when the police arrive.
But I didn't do this. This was all Mitch was doing. He arranged the whole thing.
Where's Mitch now?
I don't know. When the shot was fired, he ran out the door. I tried to
I
stop
didn't see
him.
anyone leaving.
Well, God, no, maybe he went out the back door.
Oh, you know there's a back door?
Because I saw one when I came in here.
Oh, or maybe that's the way you plan to make your escape.
Oh, no.
But you didn't plan on my getting here so soon, did you?
But I didn't have anything to do with this. Look, here's his gun. It's right here.
Oh, you don't. Nobody's going to touch his gun. Not till the police arrive.
But you've got to believe me here, Clint. The longer you wait, the better chance Mitch has of getting away from here.
I don't believe you. You're going to stand here now and try and incriminate the man that you're supposed to marry?
He lied to me. He only wanted to marry me because of the money he thought he'd get when he married me. He didn't love me. I thought he didn't even care about the Lord name or money. The whole time he's trying to destroy Vicky, not me. In fact, the only reason I came here was to help your wife.
Ah, unfortunately, she can't verify that, can she?
Because she knows exactly what happened. She knows that it was Mitch who pulled the trigger and not me.
Look at her. Look at her. Look at her! Are you proud of yourself? Before you showed up, all her emotional problems were gone. They were finished. But single-handedly, you have managed to turn her into somebody I don't even know and who doesn't know me. It's a good thing that I know you're facing a death penalty, or so help me God, I pick up that gun myself.
Why don't you just listen to me? Just try and listen to me and believe me here, Clint. I didn't do this. Nikki!
Get away from her!
What happened? Nikki, please!
Tina. Clint.
Vicky?
Where are we? What happened?
You'll be all right.
Oh, no. You can't do this to me now. You can't turn into Vicky now.
Shut up.
Mitch has got to remember. Vicky, you've got to tell him that it was Mitch who killed Harry, not me.
Mitch who killed what?
Oh!
What happened? What happened?
Honey, you had another episode.
I was... Oh, my God. What have I done? Yes, hello.
Hi, this is Dee O'Neill. Is my dad there?
No. Hi, Dee Dee. It's Jenny. He was here, but he left some time ago.
Oh, do you know where he went?
No, I don't.
Well, then could I talk to Vicki?
She's not here. I just dropped by. I think she's out doing some errands.
Oh, well, that's good. She must be feeling better then.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Is everything okay?
As far as I know. Why?
Well, when Vicki asked my dad to stop by, she said it was urgent.
Oh, well, whatever it was, it must have been resolved.
I guess, but there's just so much work here at the office. It's hard to figure out why he hasn't gotten back yet.
Well, I'm sorry I can't help you.
Well, it's okay. He'll probably walk in any minute. Thanks.
Sure, tell your family I said hi.
Okay, I will.
Bye.
Bye.
Harry never went back to the office after here.
Jimmy, you could have gone to 100 places.
Something is really wrong.
Honey, it's going to be all right.
I don't understand. What did I do?
You didn't do anything.
But Harry...
You didn't do it, honey. Listen to this. You were tricked into coming here. It was a trap.
Yeah, a trap set by Mitch.
You stay out of this.
Look, Vicki, please, just try. And remember, if you've ever wanted to help anyone in your life, please.
I said that's enough.
Vicki, I am begging you.
I don't remember, Tina. I don't remember. There's nothing there.
Honey, take it easy. It's going to be all
I
right.
don't remember anything. Why can't I remember? I feel so sick. Take me home, please.
I will. But we have to wait for the police. I have to talk to them. As soon as I do...
Well, as soon as you do, then you take her home, right? She gets all the rest she wants, the best doctors in the world. When you leave me here holding the bag, is that it?
No, back.
Harry O'Neill? That's right, Ed. What happened?
Look, I came over here. I came over here to help Vicki, and Mitch Lawrence opened the door. He had a gun. He was trying to frame Vicki for murder, and if you don't hurry up, you will never catch up with
Slow
him.
down. Who is Mitch Lawrence? Oh, that's her story. I don't think he was even involved.
He arranged the whole thing. Look, hey, I came in here, he had a gun. I was trying to get it away from him, and Harry walked in and he shot him.
Did you see the shooting, Clint? No, I didn't see it, but I got here right afterwards. Vicky was kneeling over Harry, her, and Tina was over there, and the gun's right there on the floor where you see it. But no Mitch Lawrence? No Mitch Lawrence.
It's because he ran out the back door, and if you don't hurry, Ed, it is going to be too late.
Russo? Yep. Here. Thanks. Put on an ATV on this Mitch Lawrence. You got his address and a description, please?
Yeah, he's about 5'9". He's got dark brown hair. He's alive. He lives at the Vernon Inn here in Landry, and he's supposed to be staying at the Miami Arms Hotel in Florida.
Check that out, too, will you? Come on, get moving. Get moving. Boy, there's a lot I don't understand here. Why would this Mitch Lawrence want to kill Harry O'Neill? Ed, I don't think Harry was the intended victim. I was. I don't understand that, Clint. Vicky was being held here against her will. I got a phone call from her. I think she was forced to make the phone call. Said it was Nicky Smith and that I had to get over here right away. I walked in. This is what I found. No sign of Mitch Lawrence? No sign of Mitch Lawrence. How about you, Vicky? Did you see a Mitch Lawrence?
Who?
Mitch Lawrence.
No.
Oh, no. You've got to try. You've got to tell him the truth.
I'm warning you, Tina.
Look, she is the only chance I've got.
Ed, can't you see she was in no shape to explain any of this?
I can understand that, but I'm afraid she's going to have to answer the best she can. But what is this?
Oh. It's mine. I have an emotional illness, Ed. That's part of it.
I don't understand that, Vicky.
She can't explain
Yes,
what's
I
going
can.
on.
Yes, I can. He knows about it, Ed. Years ago. You have to remember, I had a multiple personality disorder. I became another person. And it's happened again. Ed. Hers.
She was deliberately tricked into coming here. Oh, apparently the plan was to shoot me the minute I walked through the door, but, and then blame it on her.
It was me. It was not me. I didn't do this.
Well, unfortunately, Harry got here first.
You'll get your chance. All right.
Look, Ed, I know how this looks, all right? Please forgive me. I didn't have anything to do with this.
Well, Captain, I just...
Boarding at gate 17, flight 472. Miami Arms Hotel.
Hi, is Mr. Mitch Lawrence there, please?
I'll ring his room.
Come on.
Are you offering me this job?
Do you want this job?
So when do I leave?
All right. Immediately, my friend. Here I've got tickets for you, plane reservation, and you have got to mail this letter, special delivery, as soon as you get there.
Right.
Right? I want you to avoid any personal contact with any individual. You know what I mean?
You mean like with any particular lady or someone who's trying to get the secret?
You got it.
No problem.
Okay. You'll be using the name Mitch Lawrence when you get down there, all right? Everything's done. They're expecting you. No problem. Everything all right with you?
Right.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you. You noticed something about you and me, Mr. Block?
No. What?
We sort of look alike.
Hey, you know, we do. Wait, is that good or bad? See you later. I hope you have a swell time down there.
Sorry, sir, Mr. Lawrence doesn't answer.
Could you tell me where he is, where he went?
I did see him going into the dining room earlier.
Good. He's still there?
Would you like him paged?
No. Let him enjoy his dinner. I'll be in touch later. Thank you.
Flight 22 to Atlanta, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami, now boarding gate 9.
It's my fault, all of it.
Sweetheart, it is not your fault.
I don't understand that, Ricky.
Ed, I think she's explained all she can right now.
Clint, there's a lot I don't understand here.
Can't you see she is in no shape for this?
This is just great. Great. I am being accused of murder here, and you won't even let him talk to the one witness I have.
You know damn well she does not remember anything.
She has got to try and remember it. Vicky, please, don't you even remember? You remember Mitch Lawrence? He opened the door to me. Please, you've got... Don't you even remember that?
Ed, she's trying to plant things in Vicky's mind.
All right, come on now. Take it easy, Tina. You'll get your chance,
But
okay?
I didn't have anything to do with this. I told you the only reason I even came here is because I wanted to help her. She was turning into Nikki.
Wanted to help? The only thing you wanted was to torment Vicky so you could get your hands on the Lord Fortune.
It's not true. It never was. It was Mitch all along. Don't you see all the way back to even the anniversary banquet he did this? I tried to get him to stop that. I really did, but he did it all behind my back. And now he did this, and I'm going to be accused of it?
Oh, I suppose it was Mitch who delivered that note to the house today, too, right?
What note?
Oh, you stop playing dumb. Now, you knew that note would get Vicky so confused that she would eventually end up here.
But I don't know anything about any note.
I don't want to hear another lie out of your mouth.
All right, everybody. We'll all go down to the station house.
No, I'm not going.
You don't have a choice.
Does Vicky have to go? No, well, she's a serious state of mind. She's practically in shock.
Yes, she has to go. We'll try not to keep her long, all right?
Oh, can't this wait? Yeah, you've already got your suspect.
It's all circumstantial until we hear everybody's story.
Ed, you can get that without Vicky being there. Now, let me take her home and we'll stop by the station house in the morning.
I don't doubt that, Clint, but a man, Harry O'Neill, has been murdered here.
Ed! Look, what about if a doctor convinces her? Would that convince you?
Probably, but we'll have to work it out at the station house. Russo!
Yes, Captain.
Please escort Miss Tina Clayton down to the station house, will you?
Yes, sir. Come on with her.
Handbag.
You can't just condemn me like this, Clint.
Come on, honey. This won't take long. We'll have you home before you know it.
We checked everything out, Captain. Airports, bus and train stations. No sign of Mitch Lawrence anywhere, but we're still working on it.
What about the press? They know anything yet?
I'm afraid so, Clint. There's no way we can keep a lid on this. Captain, I'd like to ask your permission to cut out of work early. Somebody's got to talk to Harry's family. I'd like to be the one to tell Dee Dee before she hears it from somewhere else.
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
Johnny, look at you making sense. It's the middle of the day.
Now, 3 responsible, intelligent adults have not been heard from in a couple of hours. The police are not going to want to put out an alarm on them.
They're overreacted.
Look, if they don't show up in a couple of hours, or we haven't heard from them, then we'll contact some member of the family or something.
Yeah, maybe they're with Asa and Bo.
We get over anxious and we worry about the people we love. I mean, we imagine the worst. And then they come in the door and, there you are.
Yeah, maybe it's all coincidences and maybe...
Oh, there's 1,000 maybes. Let's not speculate, okay? Well, look at it. I'll stay here if you want to go to your place, okay?
Hello? Yes, it's the police. Yes. Yes, Dr. Pope is here. Well, yes, we can come right down to the station. What is it? What's wrong? Tell me what is wrong. Oh, my God. Yes, we're on our way. Harry O'Neill is dead.
What? What about Vicky?
Vicky is with Clan at the police station. We gotta get there right now.
What?
Oh, my God.
What's got to do with all this?
Hey, Rach, you're back. If you're looking for my dad, he hasn't gotten here yet. I don't know where he is. I was worried about buying a dress, and I'm worried about where my dad is. Are you all right? What is it? What's going on? You're scaring me. What is it?
I have some very bad news, Dee Dee.
She all right now, Doctor? Willa's quiet in the other room right now. She's pretty comfortable now that Jenny's there with her.
Do you think she could give me some coherent answers to questions?
I doubt it. She really needs to be sent home for her own health, Captain.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll have to do it in the morning then, huh, Clint?
That'll be fine, Ed.
Maybe we'll do it over at Lanfair. It'll be easier on her, huh?
She appreciates it.
Yeah. Well,
Excuse me, Captain. First the lab report.
thanks very much.
Good. Captain, do you want me? I'll be with Vicky.
Thank you. Thanks very much for your help, Doctor.
Thanks,
Clint, you have anything else you want to add?
No, I've told you everything.
Really sorry about all these procedures, all the fingerprinting and all that.
Well, I understand the steps you have to go through, and I appreciate it. I'm sorry I lost my temper.
That's all right. It's all right. It's going to get a little rougher up ahead there, I'm afraid.
Well, all I want to do is get her home right now.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead? Thanks.
Poor Captain.
Thanks very much. Oh, Clint. You got to hang in there for a little bit. Why don't you sit there? Yeah. You get a lawyer?
Yeah, I called him.
Well, we sent the murder weapon out for a test. We've got the fingerprints going on right now, but we've got here the preliminary forensic report. And the report shows on the neutron activation test that it was negative on you, Clint, and Vicky, but yours shows that you fired a gun recently, Tina.
I told you that would happen when we made a struggle for the gun and accidentally fired.
You've already been advised of your rights. Tina Clayton, you were under arrest for the murder of Harry O'Neill. You just called him 10 minutes ago. He's hardly had time to get here.
This is absolutely ridiculous. Vicky and Clint were in that room with me, too. Why, and you just let them go? Why, you want to see me rot in jail?
Well, I'm sure your Mr. Sandberg will be able to arrange bail. That is, it's up to the judge, of course, at your arraignment.
Bail? How much?
It depends on the judge. But we're talking murder, so it'll probably be pretty high.
Ed, I don't have any money. What am I going
Come
to
in.
do? Oh, Warren. Thank God you're here.
Well, Mr. Baker. Sergeant Flannery brief you?
I'm afraid so.
What do you mean you're afraid so?
Tina, I'm not going to mince words. Based on what I've heard, you're in very big trouble.
It's all lies. Everything they're telling you is lies.
You're saying you're innocent.
Of course I'm innocent. Why would I want to kill Harry O'Neill? I hardly knew the man.
Is there some place she and I could talk privately?
Yeah, sure. Why don't you do it here? But you be sure to let Sergeant Flannery know when you're finished, won't you? So we can take Miss Clayton down to lockup.
Right.
My name is not Clayton. It's Lord. Why didn't you just try... You see what I mean? Everybody's just assuming that I did this. Look, Warren, how soon can you get me out of here?
The judge will set your bail at arraignment. I'll try to get it fixed as low as possible.
Well, how soon will that be?
Well, judging from what I heard, tomorrow morning.
I have to spend the night in jail?
Tina, I don't think you realize the seriousness of this situation. We're talking about a murder charge here.
Yeah, murder I didn't do, which I had absolutely nothing to do with.
You'll get your day in court, don't worry.
All right, how much do you think the bail is going to be?
Well, if we're lucky, $100,000. But you only have to come up with 10%.
I don't have that kind of money.
Well, how much could you raise?
I don't know. I think I have about $500 in my checking account, and then I have some jewelry. And
What about your family?
Vicky's the only family I've got, and she turned on me.
I thought she was ready to agree to your claim, to give you a settlement.
Yeah, until all this happened.
Oh, then I think you have a problem about the bail money. And how you going to pay me for representing you?
Wait a minute here. We had an agreement. We were going to work this out on a contingency basis.
Now, that was on the question of Victor Lord's estate. Now, had we been successful on your behalf, we would have taken a percentage of whatever flowed to you. Don't you understand? When a lawyer represents a criminal defendant, there is no payoff in the case of a not guilty verdict.
You don't want to be my lawyer?
I get $150 an hour plus expenses, and in your case, I would need a retainer up front.
Well, how much would that be?
Let's say $5,000 for starters. You see, this is going to be a very long, drawn-out procedure. It's going to require hundreds of hours of my time. We'll probably have to hire private investigators, researchers, who knows what else.
Warren, I couldn't raise $5,000 if my life depended on it.
And it very well might. Well, let me know if and when you raise the money.
Wait! Don't leave. Warren, you're the only hope I've got left.
Not.
Because I have a constitutional right to a lawyer.
But not this lawyer. Would you let go of the threads, please?
Well, who can I get then?
I suggest you contact the Legal Aid Society, or if you prefer, the court will appoint a representative for you. And if you'll let go, I'll give you some free advice. Thank you. I heard the whole story about what happened at Nicole Smith's apartment, including that preposterous little fantasy you concocted to get yourself off the hook.
It's not a fantasy, it's the truth. Mitch set me up. He didn't even want to get Harry. He just wanted to get Clint Buchanan.
And you really believe that?
Of course I believe it. It's the truth. Warren, I swear to you, it is.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
What?
That's the advice. Do not breathe a word of this story to anyone from the district attorney's office.
Well, why not? That's the truth. That's the only thing I've got to defend myself
And it is so
with.
patently preposterous, the DA would shoot so many holes in that story it would look like a piece of Swiss cheese.
Well, okay, well, what am I supposed to say? What can I use to defend myself?
Just keep quiet. Don't confide in anyone except your attorney, and then at the proper time in your trial, have him put you on the stand, and then you tell your story. That way the DA won't have a chance to assemble rebuttal evidence. Oh. And make sure Vicki Buchanan takes the stand. From what I hear, she knows a lot more than people suspect. End of free advice. Good luck, Tina. Thanks for the use of the room, Captain. Anytime.
Well, you all squared away? We need to finish your processing.
Ed, wait a minute, please. Warren Baker has refused my case because I can't afford to pay him.
Oh.
What am I going to do?
Well, don't worry. They'll provide you with a lawyer.
What about Mitch?
What about him?
Well, has anybody even bothered to try Miami to see that he's never been there?
We've already been in touch with Miami PD. They're checking out the hotel where he's staying.
Supposedly staying, you mean?
Flannery, yeah, let me know when you hear from Miami, will you? And would you send somebody in here to take up Tina Clayton? Thanks.
Yeah, it's probably too late already. have more than enough time to get down there.
Well, the important point is, where was he at 4 o'clock this afternoon?
My God.
What happened?
Harry O'Neill's dead.
Dee Dee's father?
Yeah. Yeah, he was killed. He was shot to death.
How? When?
I don't know. It's all mixed up. Clint's waiting for me downstairs.
Well, don't you think you should be with Dee Dee?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Oh, God. She loved that man so much. She thought he hung the moon. Yeah, I thought the world of myself. How could anybody do something like this to him? You know, can I use your phone? I got a trick.
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't have loved that man anymore if he's my own father.
You lived with the O'Neills for a little while, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, when I was working at Lord Manning and, like undercover, I used a different name, Harry. Oh, Harry got so mad at me when he found that out.
Yeah, well, you obviously got over it.
We got to be real good friends. I think Harry was just about as unhappy as I was when Dee broke off our engagement. Of course, might have been the best thing in the world.
Oh, don't say it.
I never could have made her happy. You know, we had different ideas. It's just different things we wanted out of life.
My friend, he's calling from Miami.
Where's Vicky now?
She's at home. Jenny and Dr. Polk are with her.
But is it Vicky? I mean, does she know where she is?
Oh, yeah. She has no idea how or why this thing happened.
Do you?
I got some ideas. I think I pieced some things together. For one thing, I think that the bullet that caught Harry was intended for me.
Why?
Because for Tina to inherit the estate, she would have to do more than just prove that Vicky was incompetent, Bo. Somehow she'd have to get rid of me, too.
Yeah, but how does Harry O'Neill, how do you get mixed up in all this? You know, what was he doing at Nicole's place?
Well, I'm not 100% sure of that, but it kind of looks like he was having an affair with her.
No, I can't believe that. No, Vicky had never...
Not with Vicky. With Nicole Smith.
Vicky is, or at least she was.
No. What, the same person?
Yeah.
No. Well, yes and no. They inhabited the same body, but Vicky wasn't even aware of Nicole. The only thing she knew about Nicole was what other people told her, that's all.
Can you handle that, though? Other this separation?
Well, I guess I damn well better learn to if Vicky and I are going to stay together, hadn't I? Bo, she knows. She knows how much I love her. And she loves me. And there is no way that Vicky could be with another man like that. She's not that kind of person. And damn it. She was getting better. When this thing happened, she was well on her way. She was seeing Dr. Polk. Things were starting to work out.
And now what?
Now Harry O'Neill is dead. And for what? Just completely senseless.
And Tina killed her.
Yeah. Oh, she's filled with all kinds of denials about that. She's claiming now that Mitch Lawrence framed her. You know, she said one time, she said if she didn't get her way, she would wreck our lives. And she just may have pulled it off.
It must have been an accident. Nobody wanted to do this to Bob. So what was he doing in that room's house anyway?
I don't know, honey. I don't know. I don't know why Vicky and Clint were there. Well, I'll tell you something right now. Big Sister is not going to stop until she gets all the answers. Breakfast. But you better not throw this one around like you did the one last night. What's that? You're a real celebrity.
I did not kill Harry O'Neill.
We did do the right thing by sending the children away, didn't we?
Oh, absolutely.
I really couldn't stand it if Kevin picked up a paper and saw this headline.
I mean, most of that story isn't even out yet. Might not come out at all.
Clint, Ed Hall's going to be here any minute to question me, and I have to tell him everything I know.
Now, that we can sit down and go over what happened, step by step. See if you're strong enough to stand that kind of questioning.
Do you think I could talk to Clint first? Would you mind?
Oh, of course. I have some calls to make. Excuse me.
You guys have to cover for me for just a little while. Where are you going? Vicky and Clint are my good friends. They're wonderful people, right? Yeah. If I ask them straight questions, they'll give me straight answers.
I wish I could believe that there wasn't anything between Nicky and Harry. God, do I wish that. But I keep coming back to this note. Vicky, why don't you get rid of Clint so Harry O'Neill and I can stop hiding Nicky?
Honey, that note doesn't necessarily mean that they were having an affair.
I know that's what you're trying to believe, and so am I, but the fact remains that I did rent that place in the rooming house.
You didn't rent anything. Nicky Smith rented it.
Okay, Nicky Smith rented it. And Harry went there to visit her. Oh, God, if it hadn't been for that.
You can't keep blaming yourself, honey.
But Clint, I called Harry after I read the note.
Yes. You called him and asked him to meet you here. Here, not the rooming house.
But don't you see what must have happened? He came here to meet me. I wasn't here. He must have seen the note. It was lying right there on the desk. I think that Harry knew about my illness from years ago, and he must have pieced the whole thing together, figured out that I was Nicole Smith, and went tearing off to that rooming house.
All right, let's say for a moment that that is the way it happened. I mean, I admit that it is possible. But you called him, honey, with the intention of telling him the whole story, telling him who Nicky is or was. You wanted to be honest and upfront.
And instead, what did I do? I lured him to his death.
You did not. He went to the rooming house of his own free will. He went there because
he was hoping that Nicky would be there. He knew that Nicole lived there.
You are jumping to all kinds of conclusions. Now, just because he knew where Nicky lived does not
means that he must have gone there once before with Nicky.
Could have. It doesn't mean it must have.
Oh, darling, darling.
You want to know what I think?
What?
I think Tina Clayton wrote that note.
Oh, why on earth would she do something like that?
To upset you. To upset you. To drive you into another one of these little episodes. I know. Tina says that, She says that Mitch Lawrence was behind the whole thing. Well, I'm not buying that. I don't buy it for a minute. You know what I will buy? I will buy the fact that they were both in it together right from the beginning.
Be that as it may, the fact remains that Nicky and Harry were probably having a relationship.
It probably means that they were casual acquaintances.
And Harry was probably having a relationship.
It probably means that they were casual acquaintances. I mean, they met once in a while at the backstreet bar by chance, that's all. That's the only thing that we know for sure.
The only thing you're willing to admit that you know. And I love you for that.
Look at me. Look at me. And listen to me. Now, whether Nicky Smith and Harry O'Neill had an affair or whether they didn't have an affair, it's not going to alter my feelings for you one way or the other, any way, shape, form, or fashion. And it is not going to change my love for you. I will love you, probably more than even now, because of your courage, honey, and because of your honesty.
Thank you. Thank you. Please don't ever leave me.
Our session proved to me that Vicky's totally in command of the facts, so far as she knows them. And as you can see, Clint, she's calm, she's composed. But is she up to a police interrogation? Talking to you is one thing. Having Ed Hall throw questions at her is another.
I think I can handle it, darling.
What do you think, Doctor? You want an absolute guarantee? You're damn right I do.
Well, that's not fair. You can't put that burden on Dr. Paul.
I don't want the burden on you, honey. I don't want you pressured into another episode.
But the longer we wait, the more pressure there's going to be.
Instead of Captain Hall, you could get a hotshot assistant from the district attorney's office.
Which would be a lot worse, I would think. After all, Ed is a friend, and he's a gentle and a considerate man.
Ed Hall is a cop. He's a cop with a homicide on his hands.
Oh, darling, come on. You don't have to worry that much. Well, why don't you go to the office? Maybe you could get some work done.
Not on your life. I'm staying right here with you. In fact, right now, I think I'll call Herb Callis.
No! I haven't been accused of any crime. I mean, Ed Hall just wants to question me informally, and I really would much rather not make a big production out of this. Clint, please.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
All right, I'll call him later. I'm going to bring him up to date on what the heck is happening around here.
Yes? Excuse me, Deirdre O'Neill is here. Oh, I could have come in. Oh, Dee. Oh, Dee, I'm so sorry. Oh, honey, it's such an awful, terrible loss. I think you know how much we all loved your father.
Is there anything we can do? You let us know, will you?
There's one thing, Vicki. Can you tell me why my father had to die?
I've got 10 minutes. Thanks for coming.
Figured I wouldn't show, right?
Yeah, well, everybody else has faded away. Why should you be any different?
I've been there, remember? Where were you sitting? And up at Statesville, too. I was railroaded myself once.
You mean you believe I'm innocent?
Yeah, that thought crossed my mind.
Don't you read the papers?
What do they know?
I didn't do it, Brad. Honestly, I can tell you everything that happened. I was set up by Mitch.
Mitch? Wait, I thought he was in Florida.
Yeah, that's part of the plan. I don't know how to do it, but he's got an airtight alibi. And I need you. I really need your help. I've got to get out of here.
Okay, all right, calm down. Do you have a lawyer?
Yeah, I had one. Winslow, Saunders and Associates. That was until his partner found out that I couldn't afford the fee.
Good old reliable Winslow. What's your bail set at?
$100,000.
Wow, so you need $10,000.
You want a little bit more? I have to pay a lawyer.
Well, Tina, I would love to help you, but I can't come up with that kind of money.
Yeah, we seen Clint was out in that room with me that afternoon.
Yeah, I read that in the paper.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here rotting in jail while Victoria
There was
Lewis...
no justice, Tina, I told you that.
Wait a minute. Why didn't I think of that before?
What?
My L pen.
You mean that diamond?
Yeah, the one I wrote, that's in an L, the one my father gave me. It's got to be worth at least $20,000.
You want me to sell it
Yeah.
for you? Is that the idea?
Yes.
Where is it?
The police clerk has it, but I'm signing authorization and you can take it and you can sell it. And if you get $20,000 or anywhere near it, then I can get out of here on bail and I can afford a lawyer.
Why me?
Because you know the ropes.
Okay, well, look, I'm going to have some expenses myself, running around shopping.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. You want commission, right?
Well, like I say, to cover my out-of-pocket.
Sure. Yeah. All right. I'll do better than that. You help me with this. You help me get a lawyer, Brad. You help me get out of here on bail. And you stick with me through this. And when I get out, I am going to be one wealthy lady.
The Lord estate.
Yeah. Will you help me through all this? I will give you a small percentage of that.
Of the whole enchilada.
You got it. So what do you think?
I don't think we've met, Miss O'Neill. I'm Marcus Polk.
I'm terribly sorry. Forgive me.
Yes, I only knew your father by his fine reputation, but you and your family have my deepest sympathy.
Thank you.
Now, if you excuse me, I have to get back to my office. All right?
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor. Can we get you anything? Some coffee?
Oh, no, thank you.
Dr. Polk is a psychiatrist, Dee Dee. I think he's been seeing him for a few weeks.
But that's not to imply that I'm not capable of answering any of your questions. Please sit down and ask me whatever you like.
Vicky, you called my father yesterday.
Yes, I did. I asked him to come by here.
Well, then how and why did you both end up at Nicole Smith's place?
I don't quite know how to begin this whole story.
Dee Dee, do you suppose we could hold these questions till later? Ed Hall is on his way over here now, and it's very important that Vicky can tell him an honest, coherent story.
No, Clint. It's all right. Dee Dee, of all people, has a right to know. This may seem strange to you, but I'm going to ask you a question. Did you ever meet Nicole Smith?
No, I never really met her. I saw her a few times at the Backstreet Bar, and I spoke with her on the phone a few times.
But you are aware that she and your father were friends?
Yeah. Yeah, what does this have to do with
Dee Dee, I want you to look at me very carefully.
Sweetheart, I don't think it's necessary.
Yes, this is necessary. We want Dee Dee to understand what's happened. Look at me. What do you see?
I don't understand.
All right. Think of Nicole Smith as you remember her. And now look at me. Oh, Dee Dee. I am Nicole Smith. At least she and I inhabit the same body. Dee Dee, I am ill. I am suffering from what doctors call multiple personality disorder. I'm sure you might have read about it. There have been a number of books and stories and films on the subject.
No, that's not possible. Nicole Smith is
what?
She's a completely different, she's a different person. She has red hair.
It's a wig.
Their personalities are completely different.
I know. Apparently that's a characteristic of this disorder. The assuming of an entirely different personality that is usually in direct contrast to the original.
The woman that my father was dating was you.
Yes. And so far as I've described it, yes. I found it rather hard to accept myself.
Are you telling me that you didn't know?
Of course I didn't know. I'm sorry. No, I didn't know. I didn't know at all. I never had any awareness of Nicole Smith. I only know about her what was told to me about her. Oh, Dee Dee, let me put this story together for you. I got a note from Nicole yesterday. I have to explain to you that this is one of the little games that she plays with me. She writes me these very childish, taunting notes.
Vicky, why don't you get rid of Clint so Harry O'Neill and I can stop hiding?
Nicky? When I read that note, I realized what must have been going on. And I called your father and asked him to come over here.
I can't believe this.
Unfortunately, I don't remember what happened after that phone call. Because I had what they call an episode. Nicole Smith took over, and then I, as Nicole, I left the house. Apparently your father must have come here to meet me. He must have seen the note. It was lying right here on the desk. He must have put it all together and headed off for the rooming house.
And you were there?
So I was told, yes.
That's according to Tina Clayton's testimony, who was not the most reliable person I've ever known.
I don't understand this. How come none of this was even mentioned in the newspapers?
Because we were trying to protect Vicky.
And your father. And your father.
It's a little too late for that, isn't it, Vicky? My father's dead. My father is dead because he was in the wrong place at the wrong time because of you.
Will you hang on just a minute?
He was having an affair with Nicole Smith, and you guys choose to cover it up? Makes me wonder what else you're covering up. I don't believe your story, Vicky. I came here for some answers, and I'm getting the runaround, but I'm going to find the truth myself.
1985. Now, Vicky, if you would please, tell me exactly what went on in that room now.
Well, my first awareness was of Tina. She was staring very intently at me. I looked around and I saw Clint. And I didn't recognize my surroundings at all.
Tina, that is Tina Clayton, the accused, yes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Please. What else?
I saw Harry O'Neill lying on the floor. I tried to get up to go over to him to help him. But I wasn't able to. I couldn't. And I asked Clint what had happened, and then suddenly Tina started screaming at me that I knew perfectly well what had happened, that I'd been there all along. I didn't have any idea what she was talking about.
Go on.
Well, then Clint explained to me that I had just come out of another episode.
You're referring to your multiple personality disorder.
Yes, I am. And that, of course, explains why I didn't remember anything before that.
Can you go back, please, to what you were aware of as Vicky? You say Tina Clayton was there, Harry O'Neill was on the floor. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Did you see a gun?
Yes.
Where?
It was on the floor near his body.
Anything else?
Well, Tina was shouting at me, and Clint was trying to keep her away from me. And I finally managed to get up. And I passed a mirror, and I glanced into it, and I saw that I was wearing a wig and a dress I'd never seen before.
All right. Now, can we go back just please? I want to try to get you to remember anything you can before, as Vicky, before you went into the room.
Well, this is the last thing I remember.
What's this?
This is a note from Nicole Smith, my other personality, that she wrote to me. It was delivered with a bouquet of flowers yesterday. When I read it, I realized what must have been going on between Harry and Mickey. And so I called Harry. He wasn't there, but I left a message for him. That it was very urgent that he come here immediately to see me. And then I don't remember anymore.
Until the rooming house.
Ed, I really just wanted him to know what I found out, you see. I mean, he must have thought that he was having a relationship with a real person, with some woman named Nicole Smith. And I felt he had to know the truth, and instead all I did was lead him to his death.
Sorry to have to put you through all this, Vicky.
All right, Ed.
I'm not sure, but I think you're going to be subpoenaed to be a witness for the defense.
Why?
Well, Tina claims you were in the room when Harry was shot.
But that wasn't me. It was Nicole Smith. I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what she's counting on, that you won't remember, and that will make her the only eyewitness.
But she's trying to incriminate Mitch Lawrence. Now, is she going to be able to convince the jury that he shot Harry?
Well, she doesn't have to convince the jury. All she has to do is create a reasonable doubt. According to Tina, even though he was in Miami during this whole period, he shot Harry. That's the story, and she hasn't deviated from it.
Yes?
How's it going, Ed? We're finished. Come on. How are you, huh?
Fine. Fine.
Paul, I'm going to have to get back to headquarters. I want to talk to you, Clint, but you'll have to wait, all right?
Fine, name the time, anytime.
Yeah, we'll let you know. Carla's office will let you know when the trial gets on the docket.
Wait a minute. Does this mean that Vicky's going to have to testify?
I'm pretty sure the defense is going to subpoena her, yes.
That's out of the question. I mean, that's just flat out of the question. I'll get Dr. Pope to certify she's in no condition. You know what could happen?
Well, I'm sorry. It's not up to me. It's up to a judge. It's not me, and not even the district attorney's office.
I don't believe this. Vicky's emotional well-being is at stake here, and for what? To try and save some woman who tried to drive her insane and plotted to kill me?
Honey, why don't you wait and see what happens? None of this might come to pass.
Well, let's hope so, Vicky. But in any case, I would be prepared if I were you. Take care. I'll be in touch.
Yeah, thanks, Ed. I don't care what he says, or the district attorney says, or the judge says. They're not going to put you through this, honey. I'm going to call Dr. Polk right now. I'll go to Carla Scott if I have to and get whatever documentation necessary, but I don't want you on that stand.
Clint. Look, Tina is going to find a way to bring this whole story out into the open anyway. All she has to do is call the National Intruder and tell them about that room downstairs.
Damn secret room. I'd seal that up in a New York Minute if I thought it would stop the stories, but it just make things look worse, like we were trying to cover something up.
I just can't bear to be reminded of it.
Honey, look, it'll all be over soon. But I don't want you to take the stand.
Oh, I have to take this stand. Clint, I know you're afraid that Nicky will come out, and so am I. I am deathly afraid of that because they'll put me in an institution then. And I will lose everything. I will lose you, and I will lose the children, and I'll lose everything I lived my whole life for. But even if it were possible to avoid it, how could I?
You've got to stop blaming yourself.
But it is my fault. When I started having these episodes months ago, I should have recognized them for what they were, and I should have done something about it. I should have gotten help and checked myself into the hospital, and had I done that, Harry O'Neill would be alive right now. I will never, ever forget that look on Dee Dee's face when she asked me, why did my father have to die? And God help me, I didn't have the courage to tell her it was because of me.
Dee Dee, I don't know what you've been told.
I just got back from Lamb's Fair. Does that suggest anything to you?
You talked to Vicky.
And I talked to Clint, and they told me this incredible story that Vicky has a split personality, that she is Nicole Smith.
That's right.
That's right. And nobody does anything. Doesn't it occur to anybody that she's sick, that she needs some help, that she should be put in a hospital?
She's getting help. She's under psychiatrist's care right now.
Yeah, nobody did anything until it was a little too late.
Nobody knew where this thing was going to go, Dee. I mean, your dad and Nicole, they were seeing each other for a long time before anybody knew about it.
When did you find out about it?
Yesterday,
After my father was killed? People knew that Vicky was sick before that. You knew, Clint knew, the doctor knew. And you let her just walk around. I mean, don't you people have any consideration for anybody but yourself?
we people.
You people, you, the Buchanans, you people in your big mansions up on the hill, that's who. If you had any consideration for anybody whatsoever, my father would be alive right now.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what to say.
There's nothing to say. Just get out of here.
You will be out of here within the hour. We're drawing up your bail papers right now because I had to plot down your $10,000.
What, you hold the pen?
Of course, we don't want a little girl in here 1 second longer than necessary, right? Because we didn't quite get what I wanted for it in order to facilitate the transaction.
How much left?
Well,
can only get 10,000.
What? I can't afford a lawyer then.
We will borrow the rest. We are in this together, Tina, all the way. First we get you cleared, then we get your inheritance. Incidentally, with the loan estate as collateral, we should have no trouble getting a loan.
Yeah. And there's a flight to Miami that leaves in about 1 hour.
Miami? Oh, you going to Florida?
I'm going to personally get Mitch, and I'm going to drag him back up here. I'm going to make him tell everybody that he killed Harry O'Neill, not me.
No. You leave this jurisdiction, you are jumping bail, you forfeit the money, you go back to jail.
Brad, I have got to prove I'm innocent.
How the hell do you think you're going to get Mitch Lawrence back here?
Well, you believe me. I'll find a way.
I wish Ed would get here. I want to get this over with.
I don't know what more you can ask.
Neither do I. I've told him everything that I remember. The problem is I remember so little. I don't remember anything before Harry was shot. I don't remember how I got there, when or why or anything. Nothing.
I know, sweetheart.
Well, do you think he believes me or what?
Of course he does. Honey, you're not under suspicion. Tina is. All Ed's trying to do is pull together all the facts in the case. That's all.
Facts? The fact, that secret room of my father's is a fact in the
Not
case.
yet, it isn't.
Oh, it will be. Tina gets on trial, she will tell the world about it. You know she will. She will spill everything in her own defense. And my father's privacy, his sordid little secret life that will be spread over every cheap tabloid in this country. Oh, Clint, please seal it up.
Honey, I told you, we can't.
But it's sitting there like a time bomb.
Listen, I would love to seal it up. I would love to pretend like it doesn't exist, but like I told you before, in the first place, I don't think it would do any good. And in the second place, I'm not too sure that it isn't against the law.
But it has nothing to do with Harry's murder.
Fine, honey, but it has a lot to do with Tina's actions in the last couple of months. Now, even if she is proven guilty, and I'm sure she will be, she still has every right to use the room as evidence in support of her defense.
Well, she has absolutely no right to continue dragging the Lord name through the mud. She's done enough.
Yes, Laren, has Captain Hall arrived?
Yes, sir.
Send him in, please.
Very good.
I would say these notes are all written by the same person, to me, in any case. Look at the G's, huh? Very distinctly similar.
Well, I'm quite positive they were written by the same person.
Well, so am I. And her name just happens to be Tina Clayton. These three notes, the handwriting in these three notes is a lot different than the handwriting in the notes that Nicky wrote years ago. Dr. Pope thinks that this is a much stronger hand.
Yeah, well, we'll call in a handwriting expert. You've got some copies of Tina's handwriting around here, haven't you?
Ed, we don't have any copies of her printing, and I don't think she's dumb enough not to try and disguise her handwriting anyway.
Yeah, well, it's a brutal thing to do, to use Vicky's illness against her.
Yeah, well, take it from me. She will stop at nothing. By the way, how is she? What's the latest on her anyway?
Is she weakening at all?
Far from it.
She's sticking to that story?
Word for word, she insists. Mitch Lawrence shot Harry O'Neill, despite the fact that he's got an airtight Miami alibi.
Well, you know she's desperate if she's going to stick with that trumped-up story.
Yeah, looks that way, though. As I told you, it's really going to go to trial, so you better brace yourselves for it, especially you, Vicky. I foresee a real heavy ordeal for you down the line.
Ed, I meant what I said before. I will move heaven and earth to keep Vicky out of the courtroom.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, there are some things you just can't influence, Clint, like Vicky going on the stand, like Tina getting out on bail.
What? When did that happen?
A short while ago. Brad got her out.
Oh, heaven help us.
That's what she's going to try and pull now.
Well, we're fine. The funeral doesn't start till 3:30. Oh, boy. Hope you don't mind us stopping here on the way over.
No, of course not.
I'm just so concerned about Vicky. The whole town's filled with speculation as to who was there when Harry was killed. I just don't... Yeah. All right. How you doing, huh?
As the kids say, I'm sort of hanging in there. I'm sorry we haven't seen each other very much recently. My life has been uneven, to say the least. Come on in. Can't I offer you some coffee or some tea or anything?
No, we can't stay that long.
Are you going to Harry O'Neill's funeral?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel so
awful about it
Kid,
all.
I know, we all do. It's just terrible. Listen, we're not here to talk about that. I mean, the police have... The reporters, police, whatnot, have given you a lot of questions. Vicky, I just want to tell you, I love you. I mean, you're not just my sister-in-law here. You're a good friend. So if there's anything I can do, please don't hesitate to call.
We're here for you. You can count on us for anything, Vicky.
All right, kid. All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You don't know what it means for me to hear that from you, Larry. You've always been there for me before. And I'll tell you, if things don't go very well now, I might have to ask you to be there for me again. Yes?
Excuse me, Madam, Mr. Buchanan, Miss Clayton is here.
What? Throw her out. She's got her nerve coming here.
Wait.
Well, I didn't quite know what to do, so I've shown her into the study. I'll tell her that you're not seeing visitors.
You can tell her something a lot less polite.
Wait, please.
What are you doing?
Aaron, please, show her in.
Why do you want to put your...
Aaron, thank you. Show her in, please.
Why do you want to put yourself through this? All she's going to do is try and get your sympathy or tell you more lies and try and cover her tracks with manipulation.
She's done her worst already. What else can she possibly...
Who knows? Who knows how the hell her mind works?
Oh, Clint, please. I want to hear what she has to say.
Miss Clayton.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you for seeing me, Vicky. I'll make this as quick as I possibly can.
Well, get to it and damn quick.
Whether you like it or not, Vicky, I am your half-sister. So please don't let me go to jail for murder. Please, you've got to help me. You have got to become Nikki Smith again.
She is going to allow herself to become Nikki Smith again. Now, if that's why you came over here, you just wasted your time.
Look, you're not going to get rid of me that easily, Clint. We're talking about my life here.
You think I give a damn about you and your life? After what you've done to Vicky?
She did a lot of it to herself.
Just a minute. We don't need another shouting match here.
Very true, very true. Now, if this young lady will just get out of here...
I'm not getting out of here until I talk this through with my sister.
Clint, she's right.
Vicky, there is no way that you are going to allow yourself to bring Nikki Smith back again.
Even if it means proving that Mitch Lawrence killed Harry O'Neill and not me. Well, you hate me so much you want to see me go to jail for a murder I didn't commit?
Astounding.
You're right. I agree with you. I'm not going to make excuses for myself. I know I have done a lot of terrible things in the past. Look, I'm not even going to bring up the fact that I did a lot of them because Vicky refused to deal with me.
Then why are you bringing it up?
Because I was manipulated into doing them by Mitch.
I'd like to hear her out, please. Go on, Tina.
Thank you. Can you sit down, please?
If you must, yes.
Thank you. Look, I was very much in love with Mitch. We were very much in love when we were in California. When he came here to town, I didn't stand a chance. Look, he kept telling me and assuring me that we were doing the right thing, that you left me no choice if I wanted to get my rightful name and inheritance.
Especially the inheritance, right?
Look, I couldn't give a damn about the money anymore. Look, I wish I'd never even found that letter of Victor's. I really do. It's just that it meant so much to Mitch. In fact, the only thing that meant anything to Mitch was the money, all right? He didn't care about me at all.
Oh.
And when Dorian laid into us about what happened in that secret room when she took you down there, I told him it was through. I broke off with him. I told him I couldn't stand what he was doing to you anymore. And then he promised... Then he said he wanted to marry me, and I don't know, he said that he didn't care about the Lord name, he didn't care about the money anymore, and as soon as he got back from Miami, we were going to get married, and we weren't even going to mention the money anymore.
And you believed him?
I don't believe any of this.
Yes. I believed him, I believed every word, because I loved him so much, and because I desperately wanted him to love me. And when he brought me when I followed you to that room, I've never been so shocked in my life when I saw him there. I tried to help you. I tried to get you out of the room to tell you who you were, but Mitch had it all planned out, and he wasn't going to let me get in the way of it.
Tina, what I really don't understand is why Mitch felt that killing Clint would get you your inheritance.
That's one reason I'm here. Why? I want to explain this to you. You see, the letter that I found of Victor's that said I was his daughter, it wasn't the only letter I found in that room.
Look.
Wait, do you know about it? Did Jenny tell you?
Know about what? Know about what?
I think I must have forgotten about this and all the
What
confusion.
kind of a letter
eh?
is it, Tina?
I don't think that right now is the time we want to
If it
tackle
concerns
this.
me, I would like to see it, please.
I'm afraid it does concern you here. This is a photocopy of what Victor intended to be his last will.
Sweetheart, you all right?
I'm not going to turn into Nicky Smith, if that's what you mean.
Which is exactly what Tina would like you to. And the real reason that you brought this over here, right?
Clint, if I wanted to do that, I would have done it a long time ago.
This is probably a forgery. Something else you cooked up to accompany the other letter. I mean, why just take a part of Vicky's wealth? Why not take it all?
My father was married to Dorian, and I was married to Joe Riley at the time of his death. Why would he designate you, someone he'd never even laid eyes on, to take over the Lord Foundation, the banner, or anything?
I don't know, Vicky. Maybe it was guilt. Who knows? I mean, we found out this man had a whole lot of sides to him that nobody ever suspected. But the whole point I even showed you this letter is to prove to you that I wasn't going to use it. I mean, I could have used this against you a long time ago, as soon as I knew you were Nicky Smith.
When was that exactly?
A while back.
And then you started sending notes to Vicky, supposedly written by Nicky, right?
I didn't do that. Mitch did that. It was against my will. Most of the time, I had no idea what he was doing.
What did you say? Mitch?
Yes.
You said Mitch wrote those notes?
Yes.
All along, I thought Nicky knew. He wrote them.
I had no idea that he did it. Believe me, I had no idea. And I certainly didn't have any inkling that he was capable of murder. No inkling whatsoever until I actually saw him do it. And believe me, I tried to stop him.
Oh, save it for the trial. Save it for the trial. Your fingerprints are on that gun. Nobody else's, yours.
I told you why he had gloves on. I told everybody. Why don't you believe me? Look, he was smart enough to do that. He was certainly smart enough to make it look like he never even left Miami, that he wasn't here. And the only ones who know that were me and Nicky Smith.
Well, you just forget that. Put that right out of your mind. Nicky Smith is gone, and she is gone for good.
No, because Nicky's the only one who can help me. Vicky, please, how can you live with yourself if you know that the secret might be buried inside you, that your sister might not have committed that murder?
I'll tell you what, she will live with it, and she will live with it just fine. Don't you worry about it. Now, do me a favor, will you? Take that with you.
Well, Vicky, I guess I misjudged you and your ethics. Just as you misjudged the ethics of your father.
I'd better get to you.
Tina hardly touched me. Not a lot of destruction you can do to a building that's been bombed out. That letter, that will.
It's probably a forgery, like I said.
It's not a forgery. It's not a forgery. My father wrote it. I might have a lot of trouble accepting the fact that he seduced young women, that he spied on his own household, but I am perfectly aware
How little tolerance he had for weakness on my part, for any weakness on my
Calm
part.
down.
No, I will not calm down. I am in such a rage at my father. And it is probably the healthiest emotion I've had about him in 20 years. God, what an embarrassment I was to him when Nicky came out. Victor Lord had a mentally ill daughter, an emotional cripple. I'm so surprised he didn't die of pure humiliation.
Is that how he treated you?
No, not entirely. No, he seemed supportive. Even accepted his part of the responsibility for my problems. Even finally got around to accepting Joe Riley. But he didn't want to risk the Lord name and the Lord fortune to any of his family if I was going to humiliate him again. No, instead he was going to leave it all to his illegitimate daughter, somebody he'd never seen in his life, but who he assumed was as rotten as he was. God help me.
Vicky.
God, I hate him! I hate my father!
You know, I think that little explosion was a long time overdue.
Yes, I think it was. Better to let it out than to let Nicky come out.
Nicky only appeared when you couldn't face your own feelings. But I think you're getting there. I think you just about got her whipped.
I don't hate my father. I love him.
Of course you do, honey. You know, this isn't an either-or situation. I mean, look at me and Asa. Look at me and my father. All the times I've ranted and raved against the old man. Old rascal. Told him to his face I hated his guts. I never hated him. I hated some of the things he said and did and thought, but never hated him. He's my father. I love the old son of a gun. And he isn't all bad.
And my father wasn't all good. Nobody is. Why did I have to idolize him so? Why did I have to see him as perfect?
Because he drilled into you, sweetheart, what you should see and what you should ignore.
Yeah, I learned that lesson years ago. How did I get back to this? Back to putting him up on a pedestal, to making myself into an army to surround and protect his image. Doing battle with myself to protect it. And Tina, not even giving her the slightest benefit of the doubt.
Well, you know, I tend to think that you would have treated her differently if she'd have been a different kind of lady.
No, I don't think so. Just as I'm not so sure that she murdered Harry, wanted to murder you.
Oh, Vicky.
Clint, can I react to this the same way as I did when she said that Victor Lord was her father? Just ignore it? No. And possibly again with tragic consequences?
If the alternative means working actively to bring Nicky Smith back to life again, yes, you're damn right you can ignore it.
No, I cannot. Tina has many, many deep faults. But I watched her and I listened to her, and I had to wonder. And I really don't think that she could have done it.
Sweetheart, you gave Tina the benefit of doubt when she came to live with you the first time. Then you gave her the benefit of a doubt when she returned to Landview. Now, are you really going to let her sucker you again?
No. I'm going to call Dr. Polk and I'm going to ask him to come by and discuss it.
I assume you've reached some conclusion as to Vicky's notion?
Well, I think it's possible that I could induce Nicky Smith to appear if I put Vicky under hypnosis.
You approve?
No, I didn't say that. In fact, I strongly disapprove.
Dr. Polk thinks that Nicky was last seen hovering over Harry's body and crying very upset.
And that's how we'll find her. grieving over Harry O'Neill. And for Nicky to relive the experience of Harry's death could well trap Nicky in that personality. And I'm against taking that kind of a risk.
All right, so the subject is closed, right?
No, it's not.
Honey, how can you take that kind of risk?
Because I keep wondering why Tina would take that kind of risk. Why Tina would want me to relive an experience as Nicky Smith that could very well prove that she's guilty of murder. No, Clint, I think that Tina may very well be innocent. And Nicky Smith is the only one who can clear her. And that's why I've decided to undergo hypnosis, to try and find out.
The world's most famous couple may live a life of happiness.
Is he black?
Yeah, have you seen him? Oh, yeah. He comes around here all the time.
He sure does.
Yeah, he likes to wander around, you know. I rarely get a chance to see him.
Well, we haven't seen him tonight. Hope he's okay. He's a great cat.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. He's just probably got a girlfriend or something like that.
We actually gave him a name. We called him Shadow.
Shadow?
Yeah.
Well, we have his collar because we took it off one day. I think it's around
Right.
there somewhere.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering what happened to that.
We took it off because we were worried that he might get hung up on it or something. It's a nuisance.
I got it. Got his collar.
What's that all about?
Vicky, Tina is just not worth the risk.
Even if she's innocent.
If she's innocent. If she's innocent, let the police come up with the information and the evidence to prove it, or her attorneys. But for you to take the chance of Nicky coming out again and you not being sure whether or not you'll get rid of her...
But Dr. Polk, surely you can force her away, can't you?
We can't be sure. You see, that's the point. You know, you're so much better now, Vicky. You know, we could undo everything you've accomplished.
But if I'm under hypnosis...
There's no guarantees.
And did you hear the man? Did you hear the man? Can we just drop this?
No, I'm sorry, we can't, Clint. I'm sorry. I think it would be so unfair of me if Tina really is being falsely accused of a murder. Dr. Polk, I'm sorry. I'm going to insist on the hypnosis. If you won't do it, there must be other doctors around who will.
That's true. But none have treated you. It should be me. All right. I'll do it.
Wait just a minute here, mister. You're not going to talk to me like that and just walk away from me. I'm not through here. You see, I have not been to trial, and I have not been proven guilty yet.
Oh, yeah, from what I hear about you, it would be a waste of the taxpayers' money to bring you to trial.
Oh, I see. So you don't believe in the law?
Hey, don't talk to me about law, lady. I'm a lawyer, and it's an area that I do care about. What we're talking about here is my dead brother.
No, what we're talking about here is my life. And I did not kill your brother.
Excuse me, folks. Would you mind arguing over at a table and keeping your voices down, please?
Hey. We're through anyway.
No, I'm not.
What, do you enjoy abuse or what?
No, you're just probably the only O'Neill I'll ever be able to convince that I did not kill Harry.
It's not the family you have to convince. But hey, you want to try a tract on me? Go right ahead.
Fine. You're a hotshot lawyer. What kind?
Criminal.
Good. Well, have you ever defended or prosecuted a master charmer, somebody that is incredibly deceitful and scheming?
I've run across him, sure.
Okay, well then what's so hard to believe that I might be the victim of one of those men, that I might be being railroaded?
It's hard. It's improbable.
What? You can't believe that somebody betrayed me, that somebody was just interested in all the money he might inherit?
Hey, look. Just save your sob story for the jury. I've heard it all.
From who?
Dee Dee.
Folks, please.
Come on! on. We'll move, all right? Look, I hope she told you the truth. That I did not kill Harry.
Your fingerprints were all over the gun.
It doesn't even take a hotshot lawyer like yourself to figure out that a murderer could use gloves. Look, we struggled for the gun. I was trying to stop him. We struggled for it, and it accidentally went off. A bullet went into the ceiling, and then Harry came in. Mitch shot him, and then I don't know. Then Clint was in there.
Whoa! Take it back. Take it back. You don't need to practice. You're very good, lady.
Fine. I give up. Obviously, you're just like everybody else. You just want to make sure that somebody pays for the death of your brother. You don't really care who it is, or whether they are innocent or guilty.
Oh, it matters quite a bit. And I'm sure the guilty party will be brought to justice.
But for your information, the guilty party is having himself one hell of a time in Miami.
Hello.
Hi.
My name's Mitch. What's yours?
Penny.
Penny, as in Penelope?
It's hard, isn't it?
No.
I was named after a very famous dancer in the 90s.
Mitch.
Oh, hi,
What a
Carol.
boring dinner. But I knew it would be, so I managed to end it as soon as possible. Because I also knew that you'd be here waiting for me. What, am I interrupting something?
No. Just some idle bar chatter with a stranger, you know, killing time until you came back to me.
You know, you were really something.
What?
I can't believe I sat all through dinner missing you.
Well, you don't have to miss me anymore, because we're together now, right?
Yeah, but for how long?
For how long? Till the night gets old and the morning gets young.
Sounds like a good place to start.
Want to sit down and talk a little?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, have you been to the Club Flamingo since you've been in Miami?
Club Flamingo? No, I haven't been there.
You want to go? We could dance until dawn.
Oh, yeah?
No, it's one of the best examples of Miami deco there is. It's very stylized, very romantic, and the music is heavenly.
Ooh, am I in heaven or am I in Miami?
Oh, I'd like to think you're with me.
Well, I am.
But when I see you with a younger woman,
Who, Penny? Well, she doesn't even know who Johnny Ray is.
is that important?
Look, I thought we had already established this. That I like mature women who have something to talk about because they've done a little living.
Then I am so lucky that we met each other.
I guess he left because we didn't have his car.
You could have said goodbye or something.
It's just so strange. You know, I just realized something. I don't hear that buzzing sound anymore.
Oh, you're right.
Rob, do you think those wasps could be upstairs in the beds?
What?
I mean, like, do you think that they have, like, a nest under my
Oh,
pillow or
Cassie,
something?
come on,
I told
enough.
you, I'm really allergic to them. If I
know.
get stung by a
Sit
wasp, I
down.
could die.
Enough with the wasps already.
No, I'm
tired
being
of the wasps.
serious,
The
though.
wasps are not going to sting you, so stop thinking about the wasps.
But I'm not thinking
Think
about them
me
except
for
that
a bit.
Hey, Doctor?
Yes.
I got the box of chocolates and
Good.
bury them. The wasps will die.
Tell me, how does Cassie look?
Oh, she's so beautiful, Doctor.
Yes, she would be now, wouldn't she? Why does she have to fall in love with somebody like that? She deserves somebody who appreciates her inner beauty.
He seemed like a nice guy. If that helps.
No, it does not help. We're going to activate those devices that we put in today. They're not going to make love tonight or ever.
gone. Good, we can talk here instead of going to my room. I've really come to hate my room because all I do is I lie there on the bed and I think of Mitch.
All right, just take it easy. Calm down.
Look, I'm sorry I interrupted what you were doing this evening.
That's all right. I wasn't doing anything. Now, who is this he? You were so frantic on the phone, you weren't making any sense.
It's Pete O'Neill, Harry's brother, and guess what he does for a living?
Criminal lawyer.
How'd you know that? Have you met him?
I ran into him at the O'Neills. I went over there to express my condolences. He's a real sweetheart. I saw Connie. He landed on me about getting you out of jail on bail. Suddenly, I was as popular as a typhoid carrier.
Yeah, great. Just what I need. Somebody else against me, and a lawyer at that. Especially when my lawyer hardly has the time to talk to me, and the hearing is tomorrow.
Well, that's the trouble with public defenders. They have too many cases. They don't have time for you.
Well, what am I going to do? I don't have any money, Brad. My whole life is falling apart here. I can't even get a decent lawyer. If I could get one, then maybe I'd have a chance.
Well, I tried to talk to Herb Callison.
And you got nowhere, right?
Can I ask a stupid question?
Sure, why not?
Is there any chance that Mitch might have a sudden attack of conscience?
That is a really stupid question, Brad.
Yeah.
You know, I really hate myself. I hate myself because now, sometimes, after everything that man has done to me, I still want him. I don't even know how I let him get that kind of control over me.
You know, your only mistake was trusting him and not me. I could have helped you get your inheritance.
Yeah, now all you have to do is help me get away from the gas chamber.
In this state, it's the electric chair.
Well, that's really comforting, Brad. Thanks.
Don't worry, you'll get out for good behavior eventually. Look, there is no such thing as the perfect crime or an airtight alibi. He must have made some mistake.
But I can't think of one other than shooting the wrong person.
Now, what happened in that room, other than the obvious? Anything to indicate some kind of flaw? Anything that we could use to prove that he was in Landview?
I don't know. He picked up his suitcase and he ran and he left me and the gun. And
What's wrong?
I was just a scratch. I got it when I was fighting with Mitch for the gun. I don't know. I got caught on this sharp edge on his watch. As a matter of fact, it's a watch I gave him. It's really beautiful. There's this band. It's made out of lapis lazuli.
What's that? It sounds like an Italian dessert.
It's a stone that they make in Egypt. It's really beautiful.
Must have cost a fortune.
Yeah. Yeah, Mitch has cost me a lot more than a fortune, though, hasn't he? Look, Brad, if you don't mind, I'd kind of like to be alone for a little while, okay?
Oh, yeah. Sure, I understand. You take care.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for everything. I love it here.
You sure got expensive taste, baby. Beachfront house in Malibu. Been blowing big bucks lately.
Well, it is worth every penny. After all, we have everything we could ever need here. We have a hot tub, and the ocean, and lots of privacy.
Oh, yeah. After last night, I can see how much you value privacy.
Well, it just got so warm last night. I couldn't seem to get a breath of fresh air.
You know, the image of you romping around on the beach in your birthday suit is one I am not going to forget.
Well, I don't want you to ever. In fact, wear this and think of me.
For me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, honey, you shouldn't have. Oh, honey.
See, the band here it's made of lapis lazuli, and if it doesn't fit, I have extra links.
It is beautiful.
Not as beautiful as our relationship.
Oh, it's valuable, too.
You know, there is nothing that is more valuable to me than you. I really love you, Mitch.
This diamond ring James bought me after 2 weeks gambling in Monte Carlo.
Oh, my. You know, most people can't even afford the plane ticket home after gambling in Monte Carlo.
Well, he said it was me, of course. And since I was his good luck charm, he had this little bauble made up for me.
Bauble? I tell you, I make pretty good money in the art business, but I don't think I'm ever going to be in the same league as your late husband.
Oh, it's family money, my darling. Can't be made. I notice this is a beautiful watch you have on. It's lapis lazuli, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, present, I presume. From someone who cares about you very much.
Yes. My mother. No, I'm afraid I've never been very lucky in love, you know?
Tell me another lie.
I'm not lying to you. I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about love. The true emotion.
Well, then you're missing a lot.
I know. That's why I keep trying.
I wonder if...
You wonder if what?
Well, shall we go dancing, or shall we just stay put?
It's up to you.
What time is it?
It's about 8:50.
Oh, Mitch, you're missing a piece of lapis.
Oh, so I am.
You never noticed it before?
No, I guess putting this watch on is so automatic I didn't pay any attention to it. I could have lost it. Well, I guess I could have lost it anywhere, huh?
Tina's hearing is tomorrow, you know.
What's going to happen?
You know exactly what's going to happen.
Could you tell me again?
All right. The district attorney will present all the facts in the case. Some witnesses will be called, and then the judge will decide whether or not an indictment is warranted. I just hope to hell you don't have to testify.
Well, I probably won't tomorrow. But if Tina goes on trial, then I'll be called. And then the whole world will find out about Nicky Smith. And the National Intruder will make headlines out of this whole tragedy. And the thing is, Clint, it doesn't have to happen. Because deep inside, I really believe that Tina is innocent. And the only person who can clear her is Nicky Smith, and that's why I feel I have to undergo hypnosis to bring her back.
And I keep telling you that is not worth the risk that you will be taking.
All right, then look at it from another angle. What about Mitch? What if he did do it? He'll be getting away with it. He will never be punished for having murdered a man. We're talking about justice just as much as anything else.
Let's get some sleep, shall we? I mean, we both had a very hard day.
Well, I'm not going to be able to sleep.
Well, you should try. Nobody can think straight when they're exhausted.
Clint. Honey, I really couldn't get through any of this without you.
You know I love you, don't you?
And I love you so much.
On Ryan's Hope, Max and Siobhan's love is threatened by Chessie.
Who put you up to this?
I am your Gabrielle.
Get out of my life.
And in All My Children.
I love you, okay? Can we stop all this? Can you come home? I need you with me.
For Ellen, feelings of love can't be denied. Ryan's Hope, All My Children.
Cassie?
Oh, I know, I feel the same way.
So, let's go upstairs, huh?
I don't know. I mean, maybe we shouldn't, you know? I mean, when our marriage is so near.
Cassie, we love each other, right?
Of course we do. I love you.
What's that?
That's the radio. This is what happened when I spent this night here with Julietta and Joy alone. We were... What's going on, Rob?
I have no idea.
What should we do?
I don't know. This place, I think, is haunted.
One Life to Live will continue in a moment.
Everything seems quiet.
Do you think we just imagined that last night?
No.
Did it really happen?
No, we definitely didn't imagine anything. Everything that happened, we heard.
I'm so stiff from sitting in that damn car.
I know, my back is killing me.
Well, I think we should just pack up and leave. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't think anybody's going to believe us.
Sure they will. Joy will. What about that slime she found in her car the first day? There's no question about it, Rob.
Okay, well, listen. I know, it just seems to me that everything is just innocent during the day. I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm hungry. You don't suppose the ghost took everything out of the refrigerator?
Yeah, it's not very funny, you know.
Candy, the chocolate. I forgot about the chocolate. Where's the chocolate?
I don't know. Last time I saw it was on the table.
Well, it's not here now.
I don't know. Maybe the ghost likes chocolate, too. Who knows?
Oh, that would be a first for ghost history, wouldn't it?
Where is it then? What should we do?
I don't know. Oh, hey, wait a minute. That Brody guy. Brody, maybe he came in and he took it with him or something.
Yeah, but he was just looking for his cat. Why would he take our chocolate?
Okay, fine. We were out in the car all night, right? We slept in the car. Maybe somebody came in the middle of the night and took it with them or something.
Rob, let's face it. There is something somewhere in here that doesn't want us to be here, and I think we should just get out of here.
Well, you think we should move out now?
Yes, I do. I think we should just leave. Today, we should get all of our things out of here and just leave.
Hey, what's happening?
Thank you. You're welcome. Captain, I want to thank you for taking the time to discuss the case with me.
As much as I can, Mr. O'Neill. Your brother was a terrific guy. I'm sorry he was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh, yes, what Tina Clayton said yesterday.
You talked to her?
We ran into each other by accident.
Any indication she's about to confess?
All she did was talk to me about her innocence. How she's being victimized by this Mitch Lawrence guy. Now, when you think about it, it's a ludicrous story if she knew all along he was down in Miami.
Yeah, well, I guess she's got nobody else to blame. And nobody else could benefit from it but her fiancé, I suppose.
You're absolutely certain that she did it?
All our evidence points that way.
No loophole she can slip through?
We did it all by the book, Mr. O'Neill. All the procedures were followed. I stand by the professionalism of my men.
Well, I'm sure you did a good job. I just make sure she doesn't get off if she's guilty. No, I talked to Dee Dee last night, and she filled me in on the rest of the story about how Harry was involved with a woman who was actually the dual personality of one of Lambview's most respected citizens.
Yeah, well, we're trying to keep a lid on that, but yes, Mrs. Buchanan is, or was, suffering from a mental illness.
How critical is her testimony to convicting Tina?
Mr. O'Neill, I'm really talking to you only out of courtesy to the memory of your brother and the fact that you're a lawyer.
What I'm getting at, Captain, is a good attorney could shoot holes through the testimony of someone who was suffering from a mental illness. I mean, if I were handling the defense, that's what I'd do.
We have the weapon. We have the fingerprints on the weapon. We have motive. Her admission that the victim was supposed to be Clint Buchanan. Harry was shot by accident. Mr. Buchanan arrived just shortly after the murder. I'm confident that his testimony will weigh very heavily, and he is not mentally ill.
Tell me something, Captain. Do you have any doubts? I mean, as a cop, I'm talking about gut instinct. I'm not talking about evidence.
What are you after?
I want to be 100% certain that we have the murderer of my brother.
Well, the Miami police are 100% certain that Mitch Lawrence was at the Miami Arms Hotel at the time of the killing. We have to accept that. If there was any doubt, of course, we'd haul him up here for interrogation.
Yeah, but is there any way, and I don't know how, that he could convince everybody that he was down there when the whole time he was up here pulling off this elaborate scheme? You do have some doubt, don't you?
Off the record?
You got it.
I have been wondering how Tina Clayton could develop such an elaborate scheme. First going to the back street bar, getting into that argument with Vicky Nicole Smith. Plus, she assumed that Nikki would go to the rooming house. Well, then calling up Clint Buchanan right there on the telephone. She didn't get him, of course, but some customer overheard the conversation. I've been wondering if maybe she was just a little bit too out in the open to protect herself.
You think Tina is intelligent enough to have created such an elaborate plan?
Well, I don't think she's dumb, but... Well, I think I'd better be going, Mr. O'Neill.
Well, thank you for your time. I guess I'll be seeing you at the hearing.
No, I think it's a closed courtroom.
Why?
Well, it's a request of the Buchanan family, given the circumstances.
Well, wait a minute, I'm a member of the O'Neill family. Couldn't be an exception in this case?
Mr. O'Neill, I am pretty sure this case will go to trial, and you'll get all the facts then.
I just hope we have them all.
So do I. Let me assure you that everything we can do, we're doing. Thanks for the coffee.
Thank you, Captain.
Honey, you really should have eaten something.
I don't have any appetite.
Well, maybe you should go back to bed. You didn't sleep that well last night.
It was awful. I had nightmares about Tina and about you.
Me? What?
The one thing we haven't talked about very much, you know, is that bullet was meant for you and not Harry. And every time that thought hits me, it makes me sick. And I was thinking about the O'Neill girls. Dee Dee, her anger, her very justifiable anger.
No, wait a minute. Just
No, there's no way around it. Harry O'Neill's death is a direct result of my illness.
No, damn it, it isn't. Honey, I have told you it is a direct result of Tina pointing a loaded gun at him and pulling the trigger. Now, how can you blame yourself for that?
All right, it is an indirect result of my illness. But I still have to assume some of the blame for it, just as I have to assume the blame for Tina being so desperate to get her inheritance in her name. Oh, I know. You don't want to give her the benefit of the doubt.
No, because there is no doubt. Now, if all this is leading up to you're still trying to convince me that you should undergo hypnosis and bring Nikki back.
I believe it today more than ever, because I thought about it most of the night. Oh, Clint, honey, I know what you're trying to do. You don't want me to take the responsibility. You're trying to protect me. You want me to sit on the sidelines.
And you are forcing me to point out to you just one more time that if you let Nikki come back and she stays for good, then you are not only ruining your life, but you are also seriously damaging mine and the lives of your children. Now tell me, is it worth it?
Clint, my father preached one thing and apparently did quite another. I don't think I could ever look my children in the face again and talk about morality if I couldn't live up to those standards myself. Nikki Smith did witness the shooting. And I don't believe that Tina would ask me to relive that event if she felt that Nikki was going to further crucify her. I've already called Dr. Polk and asked him to come over here so we can just get this over with.
Obviously, you've already made up your mind. My opinion doesn't mean anything to you. Why discuss it?
Because I want to try and make you understand so that you will support me in this.
Huh.
Oh, honey, I know you think it's dangerous, but think about something else. Think about Nikki Smith. What does she have to live for? Why would she want to stay in a world when the man that she loved was killed? I, on the other hand, I have you, I have my children, I have everything under the sun to live for. I firmly believe that Dr. Polk is wrong in this.
Good morning. Karen said you were waiting in here for me?
Good morning, yes.
Good morning, Doctor.
You two in a fight or something?
No, we're not in a fight. Our present mood is based upon the fact that we discovered, without a doubt, this house is haunted big time.
Yeah, what now?
Tried the door banging without any wind. There was a chain being dragged across the floor upstairs. The radio going on and off.
Yeah, and there was moaning, and there was screaming and
The
wailing.
lights.
It sounded like there was this big creature flapping its wings or something.
You saw a creature flapping its wings.
No, we didn't see the creature because we got the hell out of here when the lights went out. We slept in the car last night.
We waited until the lights came back on, and I still refused to come back.
Yeah, me too. Well, did anything happen today? No, nothing happened today. We just came back in.
Well, no wonder the real estate broker gave us such a good deal on this place. Nobody else wants it.
Look, we've got to learn to live with whatever it is that's living with us.
Dan, we're not that desperate, and I think we should just get out of here.
Look, we gotta hang in there so this ghost will realize that we're not going anywhere, and then he'll leave.
Change the subject. Here's my mom's note, but where's the candy?
That's it. The candy's gone. It's just gone.
You ate it all.
No, I didn't eat anything. We didn't eat anything. It just disappeared.
I don't know, maybe the ghost likes chocolate too.
Yeah, right. Well, listen. The only other explanation could be that the guy Brody came in last night. There's a guy who showed up at the door last night, said he was the owner of the cat of Shadow, and he came in to take him home. Well, the guy's a little weird. I mean, we went off to find the collar because Shadow wasn't around. We come back, and the guy's history. He's out the door, and I think maybe he took the candy with him.
Now, hold on. I was accused of taking Joy's locket, and I didn't do it, remember? So let's take it easy on pointing the finger at anyone.
Okay, fine. The ghost ate the candy. Is that what you want to believe? Dan, let's go upstairs and look around, all right, and see what's going on.
What, are you kidding? Unarmed?
Come on.
It's gonna be...
Be careful.
Go up here, man.
With all these weird stories about Ivan Kipling, hate to think it was his ghost floating around.
Annie, he died in San Carlos. There's no way that he would just come up here and try to scare us. And I can't even believe we're talking about ghosts as if they really exist anyway.
I wish we could talk to the owner. My mom said that she saw him yesterday. He said that he was in town checking up on us to make sure we were being good tenants.
Well, what was his name? Maybe we should talk to him and find out if this thing has ever happened before.
I don't remember his name, but he was a doctor, though.
He was? What did he look like?
I didn't bother to ask. Why?
Never mind.
Want some coffee?
Yeah, I'd love some.
I'll make it. Now I'm just gonna walk in the kitchen like everything's cool. Just pray that it is.
morning, love. Oh, I was so disappointed to wake up and find that you'd already gone.
Listen, I'm glad you're happy to see me, but could you ease up just a little? I haven't had any coffee yet.
Oh, so you're grudge in the morning, huh?
Yeah, sort of.
What are you reading the Landview paper for?
It's about a preliminary hearing for a murder trial. There's not very interesting. Looks like a open and shut case.
But you never know, do you? Listen, I brought some brochures. Remember we talked about Kenya and how I wanted to take a safari?
Yeah?
Why don't you just look them over and see if you're interested?
You mean you and me together?
Mitch, we could have the most wonderful time there in the wilds. After all, we were pretty wild last night, weren't we?
Whoa, Mrs. Fix, yes.
Look here. Look at this hotel in Nairobi. Are you interested in big game hunting?
No. I hate guns. I never pick them up.
I agree with you. I don't approve of it either, but look at this shot of these game hunters holding a lion at bay.
Yeah, well, some animals can get pretty dangerous when they're cornered.
You kept me waiting for half an hour. You talked to me for 15 minutes, and that's it?
Miss Clayton, I'm sorry. You're not my only client. I have several. And I was up most of the night with one who was arrested, so if I'm a little tired...
What, are they facing a bum rap today?
You have to understand, this is just the preliminary hearing. The DA will inform the judge of the circumstances, and he'll probably call in a few witnesses, then set a date for the trial.
I shouldn't be going to trial. I didn't do it.
With all due respect, Miss Clayton, you're going to trial. You will be indicted.
You don't believe I'm innocent either, do you?
You might be. But we have no evidence to present to the judge otherwise. In fact, we have nothing but your protestation of innocence.
Well, then why weren't you out gathering up evidence?
Such as?
Such as whatever it takes to get me out of this.
That, young lady, is your problem. Excuse me. I have to make a call.
I can't believe this.
Good morning.
Oh, Brad. Brad, I am going to Statesville. There is no question about it.
You think your lawyer's incompetent?
Do I think he's incompetent? Look, he just informed me, and he's perfectly right. There is absolutely no evidence on my side whatsoever.
This trial is going to be one three-ring circus before it's over.
I know. I feel so sorry for Vicky. She's very, very private and very proud. And she's going to be devastated to have her emotional difficulties made a matter of public record.
All brought on by Tina Clayton, so Clint says. Morning.
Morning, Ed.
Morning, Ernie.
Hello. What is this? Are you best friends or something?
We all know each other, Tina. We work together.
Great. I can see I'm going to get a very fair trial here. Not only do I have the Buchanans and all their wealth and power trying to destroy me, I have you defending me, and you could care less.
This case has nothing to do with the Buchanan power or wealth. It's you versus the state, Miss Clayton. I want you to sit quietly and listen. Do not address the judge unless he questions you.
Fine. Fine. I just sit here very politely while everybody else makes arrangements for me to spend my life in jail.
You know what, babe? I think a safari is a great idea.
You mean you're interested?
I'm real interested, but, no, it'd be very expensive.
Oh, don't worry about a thing. Don't worry about money. You'll be my guest.
Oh, Carol, I couldn't let you do that.
Oh, why not? I mean, it would be such fun with you there. It'd be so boring without you. I don't even want to argue about it. When can you leave?
What's stopping us from going right away?
You're kidding. You could do that?
Yeah, I'm getting kind of bored with Miami anyway.
Oh, that's wonderful. How long long would you want to stay in Africa? A month?
A month would be perfect.
I can't believe it. Look, why don't I see... Do you have a passport?
Sure.
Why don't I see what I can find out? We could leave tomorrow, even the next day.
Great. The sooner, the better.
On Friday, July 12th, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the police were summoned to 432 Jameson Street. The call was placed by Clint Buchanan, who told police that a man had been shot and killed. Captain Edward Hall arrived at the scene and found that Harry O'Neill had been shot once. The coroner's autopsy determined that he died instantly. Captain Hall also found at the scene of the crime Victoria Buchanan and Tina Clayton. A handgun was lying next to the body from which 2 shots had been fired. 1 bullet had killed the victim and the other lodged in the ceiling of the room. We will present testimony from a ballistics expert and a forensics expert that will tie the bullets to the gun and the gun to Tina Clayton. Captain Edward Hall will tell you that Tina Clayton herself testified that Harry O'Neill had been shot accidentally. The intended victim was Clint Buchanan. We will introduce another witness who will tell you that although she had no motive for killing Harry O'Neill, Tina Clayton did have a motive for killing Clint Buchanan. Therefore, the state believes that Tina Clayton should be brought to trial for the murder of Harry O'Neill.
Now, Victoria, we're going to go back in time. You will remain calm and know that you're safe at all times. I will be here with you. I want you to start counting backward from the number 10. And when you reach number 1, you will become Nikki Smith and will remember all the events surrounding Harry O'Neill's death.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nikki? Nicole? Just before the shot was fired, who was in the room with you? Who was holding the gun? Who shot Harry O'Neill? Let Nikki come out. Let Nikki come out. Nikki? Say something. Just before Harry was shot, who was in the room with you? Who was holding the gun? Who shot Harry O'Neill? Let Nikki come out. Nikki? Say something. What do you see?
A body on the floor.
Who else is in the room?
Clint. Clint was there.
No, before that. Before Harry was shot. Now, what did you see, Nikki? Answer me. Nikki Smith, answer me.
having trouble remembering. Now, let's see if this will help you. That same day, Vicky received a beautiful bouquet of flowers.
Yes.
And there was a note with the flowers.
From her?
No, from Nicky. Do you know what Vicky felt about that note? Made her angry.
Upset. Very upset.
Why?
Because she and Harry...
No, you and Harry. You and Harry.
We're having an affair.
Oh, that must have upset Vicky.
Yes. Ashamed. So ashamed.
What did Vicky do?
Called Harry. Left a message for him to meet me here.
Meet her at Landfair?
Yes.
Well, what then, Nicky? Did she wait there for him?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
But where did you go?
I don't remember.
No, yes,
I don't know.
No, yes you do. Yes you do.
I don't know.
No, yes you do. Now, what did you do? Nicky, where did you go?
I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't!
You're back now, safe and sound. Clint?
How are you, honey?
Fine.
What happened?
Well, I believe that Nicky Smith is buried pretty deep. In fact, I doubt if she'll ever come out again.
Oh, Dr. Poe, do you really believe that?
Well, that's not an absolute certainty, no, but I think the death of Harry O'Neill was so traumatic for her that, well, she experienced kind of a dying.
Oh, then something good did come out of this after all. But you didn't tell me what happened. What did you find out? Did Tina shoot Harry?
We don't know any more now than we did before.
Oh, dear. But if Nicky was the only eyewitness and if she never comes out again, we may never ever know the truth.
Mathis denied the defense motion for dismissal and set the trial for Friday of this week.
So soon?
Well, apparently there was an opening on the docket, and since nobody objected...
And Ed still feels that the defense is going to call me